Come on, man! Shitter's full. Come on, man!
Good morning. How's everybody doing? About some bowl games today, huh? How about some bowl games? Tennessee and Illinois getting ready to come on. Got a woozy game just finishing up here. Louisiana Tech and Coastal Carolina. I didn't watch much of that one, I'm going to be honest with you, because I didn't bet on it. Didn't bet on it, didn't watch it. I do have a bet on the Tennessee game. I'll let you know what that is here in just a second. But let's check the results of the viewer poll, and let's see what bet y'all want me to put in for the first half. The poll was a poll on the over-under for the first half, which is set at 31 points. And according to the geniuses in the comments section, we are going with under 31 points with 63% of the vote. So let's put that in. Tennessee, Illinois, first half, under 31. Confirm bet. Processing. And there we go. All right. The comment section bet under 31 points for the first half. The Uncle Lou bet Tennessee minus 1.5. Tennessee minus 1.5 first half. That's the bet I have. We'll see how we do on our first half bets, and if we need to, we will put in a bet on the second half. How'd that be? And how'd that sound, too? That sound good? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Got New Year's coming up. New Year's Eve is tomorrow. Let's don't forget, we need everybody to wake up Thursday morning with just as many fingers as you went to bed with, as you woke up with the day before. Don't be out here blowing your hands off with the fireworks routine. Be responsible. Yeah, be responsible. You really shouldn't be doing no fireworks anyway. You should be inside on New Year's Eve watching Miami and Ohio State. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. Now, come on now. You already know. That's what you should be doing. Let's see. Who's here? Caroline, Mike Porter, Mag, Robert Sharpton. Stop Mistreating Uncle Lou is here, which is always... which of course is always a great idea.
Stop mistreating Uncle Lou!
The last thing you need is that kid coming to your house and yelling at you because you got caught mistreating me. Muffin Man, Gamecock Orbit, Mr. Big Ken, No Limit Soldier, Pool Hall, yeah, 912 Turk, By Insanity, McLovin. What's up, buddy? Any update on the Patreon? Yeah, you know what? Thanks for axing. Thanks for axing. Let's check the results of that Patreon poll, shall we? Yes, we shall. All right. The Patreon stream on New Year's Day, Thursday, will be Alabama versus Indiana. I believe that is a 3:30 or a 4 o'clock game. I think that's the Rose Bowl. I think 4 o'clock. So I will do Oregon, Texas Tech, noon on New Year's Day, right here on LouTube. I will do Georgia, Ole Miss, 8 o'clock New Year's Day, right here on LouTube. The two Patreon streams will be Miami versus Ohio State tomorrow night at 7:30, I think. Miami and Ohio State will be on Patreon. Let's put that on the bottom of the screen so that I can be asked a million times during tonight's stream what the schedule is, even though it is clearly scrolling on the bottom of the screen, because that never bothers me or upsets me in the least. Yeah, never bothers me at all. There you go. Georgia versus Ole Miss, Texas Tech versus Oregon on YouTube. Miami, Ohio State, Alabama, Indiana on Patreon. There you go. That's the streaming schedule for the playoff games. So I'm sure I won't be asked about that. Not a single time for the remainder of the stream, since it is clearly scrolling across the bottom of the screen. There's the link to the Patreon page. So if you want to get signed up, hang out tomorrow. It's half off, by the way. Patreon is half off if you sign up right now. It's normally $10 a month. It's half off, $5. And we will watch Miami versus Ohio State tomorrow night and Alabama, Indiana on Thursday. What are the Patreon streams? The Patreon streams are the same thing you're watching right now, except they're on Patreon instead of YouTube. Lou, are you doing the call-in show tonight? No, I'm streaming a bowl game, buddy. You're watching it right now. So, yeah. You're watching it right now there, bud. Uh-oh, who's getting timed out? Oh, yeah. Nobody cares about your political views, bud. Do you have a Facebook page? If you do, you can go over there and post your political views. Now, still nobody will care about it, but that's your Facebook page, so you're free to post them over there. Or hell, you could even make a YouTube channel and make endless hours of pointless, unwatchable political ramblings that nobody will watch. But you can do it if it's on your YouTube page, but you can't do it here. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody will give a shit no matter where you do it. But over here, we can delete it. Lou is the play-by-play. Joel Klatt is the analyst. There's been like 40 flags in the Louisiana Tech Coastal game. I haven't watched much of this game, to be honest. I've been working most of the day today. I haven't had a chance to watch much of this game here. 20-14, so it's a one-possession game with 2 minutes to go, but I haven't had a chance to watch much of it. Incoming Illinois belt to ass on Tennessee. Well, if the bowl season so far is any indication, then yes, Tennessee will beat Illinois will beat Tennessee. The SEC has not performed well once again in bowl season so far, so it has not been a good showing from the SEC. We'll see how Tennessee does today. You got Vandy plays Iowa tomorrow. You got Mississippi State playing Wake Forest, I think, in a couple of days. We'll see how those pan out. But so far, the SEC has not performed well in the bowls at all. Hey, Lou, so far it looks like the Big Ten is better than the SEC, but this game will have big implications. Yeah, if you're tallying it up or whatever, so far the Big Ten is ahead of the SEC for sure. Woo, I would not get my hopes up on this Vols team. I can't name our DBs. Well, your DBs were absolute dog shit, so it might be good that you got some new ones. Independence Bowl is a fun bowl. Go gambling at casinos before and after. Where's the Independence Bowl? I don't even know where the Independence Bowl is played. Where's that played at? Near a casino somewhere? Oh, Shreveport. Yeah, okay. Shreveport. Okay. Hey, Uncle Lou, pretty sure I was in your top 0.1% top viewers this year. Hope you've been good and healthy. Go Dogs. Hey, I sure appreciate that, man. I really do. This has been a great year here on YouTube. I haven't tallied up the final results yet, but I was actually talking with the lady about it this morning. I think this is going to be the best year yet we've had here on YouTube in every way. Views, subscribers, all of that stuff. I think it's going to be the best year yet. We'll see. I'll have to wait till a week or so into January to get the final numbers, but all of that is thanks to people like you who click on these videos, watch them, comment in the comment section, hit the thumbs up, share the videos, all of those kinds of things help a lot. So I really appreciate it. Rocket Lou, I don't know what that means. Hey, congrats, and you didn't even need sausage money. Yeah, despite the sausage people fucking me out of my money, it looks like it's still going to be a successful season here for LouTube. Is there gonna be a call-in show today? No, I'm streaming a bowl game today. In fact, you're watching it right now. Hey, Lou, I know my Gators lost a lot of players, but I hope you're coming back next year. I'm not going anywhere, bud. And I know a lot of people wish I would. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back here next year yelling into this same camera, telling you how terrible Florida is again for the umpteenth year in a row. Looks like we got to change the channel. This game is running late, so we're going to have to turn it to ESPN2 to catch the beginning of the Tennessee-Illinois game, which is starting now. It's actually already started. If you're looking for the Tennessee-Illinois game, it's been moved to ESPN2 because the other game is running late. Illinois has the ball. They are on the Tennessee side of the field on the Tennessee 41-yard line. 1st and 15. Quarterback draw. Picks up about 7 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Coming up now for Illinois. Luke Altmaier, the quarterback for Illinois. Brett Bielema, the head coach. Last year's bowl game for Illinois, their game against South Carolina, ended up being one of the best bowl games of the entire bowl season. An unbelievable game. Illinois ended up getting the win. We'll see if they can pull it off again today, this time against Tard Nation. Of course, last year, Tennessee in the playoffs. Not the case this year. In fact, they got absolutely humiliated by in-state rival Vandy. Tennessee currently the 2nd best program in their own state. Unbelievable. There's a nice looking play from Illinois. He caught it too. Was he inbounds? Referee says no. out of bounds. It was a hell of a catch along the sideline, though, but I guess he didn't get his foot down. Here's a replay. Can't see his foot on that angle, but the referee was standing right there and said he was out of bounds. Good morning, Lou. What's up, Dario? Good to see you in here. Lou, third we'd lose to Memphis with this defense. You're down really bad if you can't beat Memphis. You're down worse than I thought. A lot worse than I thought. Tennessee might be dog shit. I don't know. Are they reviewing that play? Well, shit, he looks into me. Or did his foot not hit the ground? Well, he hit the ground a second time. That looks like a catch. What is going on here? Is that a catch or is that not a catch? Hey, we fired Tim Banks. I'm happy, but our defense couldn't stop a middle school. It's that bad, and it ain't getting fixed today, says Jack Longley. This is close to being... Oh, his hand comes down out of bounds. I see the problem now. I think he did end up getting a knee or a foot down, but his hand came down out of bounds first, is what it looks like to me. So it's probably going to stand as no catch. Probably going to stand as no catch there. Much respect, bro. Good evening, y'all. What's up, Crazy Mixture? Hey, y'all make sure you're hitting the thumbs up here at the start of the stream. It doesn't take any effort or energy on your part, hardly at all, but it is a big help for me. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Did you know that Jim Knowles is heading to Tennessee? I did know that. I think it's a home run hire. I think it's a great hire. Dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. All right. Y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I like that. All right, sorry. Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday in that. Yep. Back to throw now on 4th down. Over the middle. Incomplete. Nobody home on a crossing route. And the Tennessee defense forces a turnover on downs there. Tard Nation will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. Not sure what was happening there on that play. Not a good 4th down play from Virginia. So a good drive from Virginia ends, dang. A good drive from Virginia ends with no points and a turnover on downs. Commercial break now in that. He got that commercial break in that. I'm here, Lou. I'm a little late. Don't count me tardy. I didn't. With the unusual start times on these bowl games played on weird days, for example, Wednesday at 5:30, I give a lot more leniency in terms of having to be here on time. So you're good. Just kick the field goal, idiot. Yeah, well, the comment section bet is under 31 points. So that's great for us there. That's great for us there. They went for it and didn't get it. Tuesday at 5:30, yeah. I can't keep track of the days between Christmas. Every year this happens between Christmas and New Year's. I can't keep track of the days. But yeah, you're right. It is Tuesday. Hell, it's Taco Tuesday. So we'll see what Tennessee can do here on offense after that. Virginia turned it over on downs. Are you streaming Mississippi State versus Wake Forest on Friday? And I have no idea. The bowl games are just kind of hit or miss depending on what's going on. No, I do not like Miami to cover the 9.5. I don't know if Miami can score 9.5. You're sick and very confused. Watch this channel long enough. It'll fix all your confusion problems. Does Patreon work like YouTube? Yeah, the Patreon streams are YouTube streams. They're just private YouTube streams that you can only access through the Patreon page. There's no difference in the stream other than that it's a private stream. Hey, Lou Movement. So far this week, we're up $100. We're about to be up 178. I have under 70 points in the first half of a college basketball game. Howard and Northwestern, under 70. And it's 31-26 with 30 seconds to go. That's 57 points. So unless they score 13 points in the last 30 seconds of the first half, we're about to win another $78. We'll be up 178 for the week. Yeah. The Patreon stream, Tennessee sacked on first down. G5 Joey holding on to the ball too long. For the Patreon streams, this is the Patreon page right here. So, like BYU Georgia Tech was a Patreon stream. It's really a YouTube stream. It's just that the link is only posted on Patreon. So, when we got ready to watch the BYU Georgia Tech game the other day, everybody that's a member of the Patreon page came to the Patreon page, saw this post right here, clicked right here, clicked where it says YouTube, and here we are watching BYU versus Georgia Tech. So it's no different than a YouTube stream as far as how it functions. It's just a private stream only for Patreon members, and the link is posted on Patreon. Tennessee back to throw on 3rd and 10. Caught, first down, just short of midfield around the 47, 48-yard line. That ball kind of fluttered on G5 Joey, but Tennessee comes down with it. 1st and 10 for Tard Nation. Yep. A handoff this time has a little bit of a hole off left tackle, spins for about 5 yards across midfield to the 48. 2nd down coming up now for Tennessee. It's basically the same as this minus a lot of dumbasses. Yeah, it's just like, I don't do anything different really on the Patreon streams. There's just a lot less people there and none of the low-level elementary 4-year-old trolls that you get on regular streams. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep. 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 All right, 1st and 10. Tennessee, they are on the Virginia 36-yard line. This is their first possession of the game. Virginia got the ball to start, went all the way down to the Tennessee 35, but turned it over on downs. Tennessee now has driven to the Virginia 36. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. 0-0 the score. 1st and 10 for Tennessee here. Shotgun for G5 Joey. Snap. Handed off the right tackle this time. Drags a man forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up now for Tennessee. John Dickens, thank you for hitting the super chat, buddy. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you and your family. He says, kudos to the 5th grade Dogs fan that got surprised with Sugar Bowl tickets for refusing to sing Rocky Top at his Chattanooga school recital. Yeah, I had seen that video floating around a couple of weeks ago about the kid refusing to sing Rocky Top. And then earlier today, I saw a video where they showed up at his house and bought him tickets to the Sugar Bowl. Gave him tickets to that. Was pretty cool, yeah. Michigan will win a natty in the next 5 years with Kyle at coach. No, they won't. 3rd and 4 for Tennessee at the 30. Another handoff. And fights forward for a 1st down inside the 25 to the 24. 1st and 10, Tennessee in the red zone. I've been refusing to sing Rocky Top for over 30 years. Where's my tickets? I hear you. Oh, the damn shit kickers. Another handoff for Tennessee. Big gain inside the 10, all the way down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Tard Nation at the 6. Let me go make another taco. Tennessee probably going to score here. Touchdown, Tard Nation. Let's go. Tennessee takes the early lead, 6-0 over Illinois with 6:16 to go in the first quarter. The extra point to make it 7. If they can make it, Tennessee's field goal kicker is almost as bad as Ohio State's. So we'll see what happens here on the extra point. Lou drank a Coke from 1980. Yeah, no doubt. I did. Live on YouTube. Extra point is good. And, boy, it looks like the Big Ten sucks. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, man, give me some of that taco. Come on over, man. We got plenty. Carson Beck is dating a porn star now? I didn't hear that. But I don't keep up with or care who other people are dating. Tennessee is best 8-4 team. I understand what Uncle Lou said about Bama, but Bama only has 3 guys out. All starters are healthy. I have a feeling you'll see a much better Bama playing on Thursday. You better hope so, or else you're going to get dog walked. And monkey stomped, too. Yeah. Bielema and Beamer getting in that argument last year during the bowl game, yeah. You had Georgia Tech plus 3.5. Oh, shit. What'd they lose by 4? Lou, I like that hoodie Ute brand. What? Virginia with a first down catch over the middle, or close to it. I think it is a first down. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Tennessee up over Illinois. Are you asking what brand this hoodie is? It's a Champion. Whatever the fuck. Champion hoodie. Oh, is it my brand? It's my design. Right here. Here's the link. Paste. There you go. That's a link to the merch store. That's the link to the merch store. Hook yourself up. Buy yourself a late Christmas present. Got to get it in a quarter zip. Quarter zips don't look good with big shit on the front. A little logo or something, maybe, but I wouldn't wear a quarter zip that had a bunch of shit on it. What's up, Corey? We hit our bet on the under in the basketball game, so I'm happy to report that we are now up for the week. $178, which is better than being down. Yeah. An Uncle Lou quarter zip would be fire. I can probably get a quarter zip and put the LouTube logo or something small like right here, but I wouldn't do much more than that on a quarter zip. How do I get merchants? I bought the highest membership. Email me. But I do that after the season ends. So we like February. But email me in February and let me know what you want. But I do that right after the season ends every year in February. Wishing you and the lady a happy new year. Wife and I are looking forward to meeting y'all at the Slobs, Nashville in a few months. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Lou, you might need to change your channel back to ESPN. You know what? You're right. Because I'm sitting here watching news about Stephon Diggs strangling somebody. And while I feel bad for whatever poor lady he strangled, I don't particularly care. I'm trying to watch college football. So thank you for pointing that out. You are right. And I have corrected that problem. 4 minutes to go now in the first quarter. 1st and 15 for Virginia. They're on the Tennessee 44. Play action pass. Look like they want to go deep. Goes over the middle. Caught inside the 30 to the 25. 1st and 10, Virginia in the red zone. 3:50 to go. Tennessee 7, Illinois 0. First quarter. All SEC teams are losing in the semifinals. Tennessee's never even made a semifinal. Yeah. You're also behind now. No, I'm not behind at all. 1st and 10, Virginia inside the 25. Pass complete behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like he wants to throw. It is a double pass back to the quarterback, dropped and incomplete. Going to be 2nd and 10 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tennessee is playing Virginia, ? Yes. 2nd and 10, Virginia, on the Tennessee 26. A shotgun. Snap. Low snap. Quarterback gets it. Throws. Complete on a slant. Gain of 8 or 9 yards. Going to be 3rd and short now for Virginia. How can all SEC teams lose in the semifinals when one of the semifinals is Ole Miss versus Georgia? That's not a semifinal. That's a quarterfinal. The quarterfinals are this weekend, or tomorrow and the next day. The semifinals is the Final Four. Illinois, sorry. Yeah, Illinois, not Virginia. Illinois. Although it does look like Virginia, the uniforms and the colors, but yeah, it's Illinois. Did I say Virginia? I put way too much money on dogs, -6. I have not bet that game. I like Oregon to cover. It's probably my favorite pick. It's probably my favorite pick out of the 4 quarterfinal games is Oregon to cover. I've been saying Virginia the whole game. Yes, the uniforms are getting me. But yes, Tennessee versus Illinois. First and 10 at the 15. Handoff. Gain of about 2 off left tackle. 2nd down coming up now for Illinois. Have no fear, the Norwegian is here. Too scared to bet UGA. Well, I would bet UGA to win, but at -6, you can't win any money betting UGA on the money line. You'd have to bet the -6. Notre Dame winning the national title next year. The rest of college football will be sorry. Yeah, right. Right. You weren't even alive the last time Notre Dame won a natty. That's how long ago it was. The late 1900s. 4 wide for Illinois. Back to throw. Looks right. Pump fakes. Whistles. They're going to blow this play dead. Somebody moved early. I think it's on Illinois. Yeah, false start on Illinois. That's going to back them up. Heupel gained another 30 pounds after Christmas dinner. Oh, I'm not surprised at all. Plus, from Thanksgiving to Christmas. Oh yeah, I'm sure he gained some weight. Lou is scared of Ole Miss. What? I don't know what I've done. Picked Georgia to win. What does that mean? I'm scared of Ole Miss. Actually, Lou, I thought you were just being clever calling Illinois Virginia. No. It's the colors that got me. But this is Tennessee, Illinois. Yeah. They're on the 18 now. 2nd and 13 after the penalty. Back to throw. Good protection. Deep over the middle into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Illinois. A post route right in front of the safety. Good throw, too. Real good throw. And Illinois is on the board. An extra point will tie it up. It's hard to beat a good team twice. It's hard to beat a good team once. Lou, how much we betting heads up on Indiana, Bama? I'll take Indiana. Well, I don't know. What do you want to bet? Who got hidden? Yeah, don't hide anybody. Notre Dame is the class of college football. Notre Dame should claim this year's natty. Yeah, they're the new Central Florida, bud. They're new Central Florida. Notre Dame. Notre Dame is irrelevant, man. 1998 will live forever. Well, it definitely ain't going away no time soon. Why are we? Stop hiding people. Stop hiding people. 8-4. 8-4 is the standard at Tennessee. I'm surprised Marcus Freeman decided to stay in South Bend rather than head to the NFL. Yeah, he signed he reworked his contract and signed an extension there. There was some talk about maybe him looking at the New York Giants, but he has re-upped with Notre Dame. So I hope Jim Knowles is taking notes on how terrible Tennessee's secondary is. I think Jim Knowles is an elite defensive coordinator. I think it's a great hire for Tennessee. I don't know what kind of personnel they're going to have next year, but I think he's a great DC. It seems like Tennessee needs help in the portal when it comes to their defense. I don't know. There's some Tennessee fans in here. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe there's some young guys y'all think, will be better next year or something. I don't know. But if I was a Tennessee fan, I would want some portal players for the secondary for sure. But I think Jim Knowles is a great defensive coordinator. PayPal. All right, I got it, Jay. You might have to remind me after the game. If I owe you, you'll have to remind me, but I got it. It came through. It's nice to see a bowl game in which there are almost no opt-outs. I thought G5 Joey was going to have a year. That game against Georgia really crushed his momentum big time. I thought he played pretty good against Georgia. The only disappointing thing that happened to Tennessee this year, in my mind, is getting blown out by Vandy. That's unacceptable. If they'd have lost by 7 or something, you say, okay, this is one of the best Vandy teams ever. They beat us. Oh well. But they absolutely humiliated you. That's the only. I had Tennessee going 9-3 with losses to Georgia, Bama, and Oklahoma. They lost to Georgia, Bama, and Oklahoma. I didn't see the Vandy loss coming at home too, so that's bad. That was bad. But the other 3 losses were expected. Tennessee was expected to lose those 3 games, in my mind. Losing Vandy was pretty bad. And again, it's the way you lost. They just drug you. Tennessee's going to return to kick from the 5 out across the 20 to the 25, 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Tennessee, all tied at 7 with 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. A lot of offense to start here. Virginia got the ball, went all the way down the field into the red zone, drive stalled out. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Tennessee took over, went down and scored. Virginia got the ball back, went down and scored. Now here's Tennessee's second possession. So haven't seen much defense so far in this game. No punch yet at all. Did I say Virginia again? I keep saying Virginia because of their damn uniforms. It's Illinois. It's Illinois. I keep saying Virginia. Here. This is me. This is me because I keep saying Virginia. 5-star dummy. Second and 7. G5 Joey scrambles. Nowhere to go. Falls forward for a couple of yards. Going to be third down coming up now for Tennessee. Where's Jackson Arnold going? I honestly don't. He might have to go to the G5. I don't know who the hell is going to want him. I mean, he's been in the Power 4 for 2 years and sucked both years. I don't know who's going to want him Power 4-wise. He might have to go to the Group 5. Everyone out here glazing Hitmonly when in the newer gens. Hitmonchin is clear. I don't know what any of that means. Thank you, Jolish, for the super chat, though. Biggs Mike says, wishing you, lady, happy New Year's. Wife and I looking forward to meeting you. Slob Olympics. Yeah, Slob Olympics in Nashville this year. Second week of March. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jackson Arnold will go to Mississippi State. Well, he's just making the rounds in the SEC, ain't he? He just keeps going to worse and worse teams. Started with Oklahoma, then went to Auburn. Now he's going to Mississippi State. There's really nowhere lower to go if that doesn't work. Mississippi State's about the bottom of the barrel right now in the SEC. What's your schedule like for the New Year's games? Miami versus Ohio State and Alabama, Indiana will be on Patreon. Everything else will be on YouTube. Will Brett try to fight Heupel? Yeah, last year Beamer and Bielema almost got into it last year. I don't expect to see that this year. Yeah, Michigan basketball is no joke. They're blowing everybody out. Are you streaming the bowl games tomorrow? Yes. I'll be on tomorrow from noon to midnight. I'll be on YouTube from noon to 7 and Patreon from 7 to midnight for the playoff game. Commercial break in the game. I thought I saw today that Puglisi already said he's staying. I didn't see that. I certainly hope he stays. I like Puglisi. Especially with Georgia losing out on Jared Curtis on signing day. I think it's important to keep Puglisi as a number 2. Tennessee is a baseball skew. Yeah, didn't they win the baseball, what is it, the College World Series a couple of years ago? Ryan Piglesley heading to Gainesville. Puglisi and Stockton QB battle, or Stockton got it locked up? Stockton's got it locked up for next year. Yeah, Gunner will come back. I don't think Gunner's an NFL quarterback ever. But I definitely don't think he's an NFL quarterback right now. So I think he'll come back. Are you streaming the Alamo Bowl, Southern Cal versus TCU tonight? We'll see. We'll see how this stream goes. So colleges can get G League NBA players mid-season now. I saw an article on that. I don't know if that ended up going through or not. I don't know what the ruling on that ended up being. All right, second quarter underway. Tennessee is looking at a 3rd and 4 here. We're all tied at 7 in the, what is this? The Music City Bowl. Yeah. The Music City Bowl. Tennessee on their own 32, 3rd and 4. This will be the first play of the second quarter. Shotgun, back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete. We're going to have our first punt of the game here on 4th and 4. Tennessee will have to kick it away. G5 Joey looks not good today. Uncle Lou, what's good, man? Hope all is well. I'm good, man. Hope you're doing good, too. I hope you're doing good, too. DJ Lagway is ass. I don't know who would want him, says Happy Bob. Well, Florida wanted him up until the moment he said he was transferring, and then all of a sudden they quit wanting him. But we know how that goes. Tennessee gets the punt away. Hits at the 35, rolls down to the 28. It'll be downed right there. 1st and 10, Illinois on their own 28-yard line. 7-7 is the score. Second quarter just underway here. There was a player drafted 23rd in the NBA draft who is playing in college now. Same thing with NHL drafted players playing in college hockey. Lou, do you plan on streaming the Cheez-It Bowl tomorrow? I don't know bowls by that. You'd have to tell me who's playing. It depends who's playing, and I don't know who's playing. I don't really care about the names of the bowl games, so I don't have them memorized who's playing and which one. So I don't know. Texas and Michigan. Yes, I am streaming that game. I'm eating Cheez-Its right now. I had tacos for dinner. Tacos for me. You know what I need now? We got to get that coffee buzz going. Let me go see if I can convince the lady to make me a cup of coffee or 4. I want some sugar. Thank you. All right, the lady said I can have 1 cup of coffee. Now, usually 1 turns into about 3. We'll have to see if I can trick her into making me some more. Lou needs to install a button he can press that alerts BA it's coffee time. Well, she'd hate that. Back to throw. Virginia on 1st down. Under pressure. He's going to get sacked back at the 46. Loss of about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 15 coming. Did I say Virginia again? Illinois. Every time I look up at these uniforms, I don't know why Virginia keeps popping out. I guess it's because I watched the Virginia game the other night. But anyway, yes, it's Illinois. I know a Tennessee fan isn't talking about Michigan right now. 2nd and 14, they're going to call it at the 47. 12:40 to go in the first half, all tied at 7. The comment section bet is, what, under 31 points? That looks pretty good right now. Uh-oh, a draw play. A good one, too. Gains 11 or 12 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. 3rd and 5 coming up now for Virginia. So a nice play there on 2nd and long. Illinois. I said Virginia again. I'm stuck on this Virginia shit. It's Illinois. Lou, what are you doing? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind here. I keep calling Illinois Virginia. I've been doing it the whole stream. Jet sweep on 3rd and 3 is going to pick up the 1st down inside the 40 to the 38. 1st and 10, Illinois. 1st and 10, Illinois. Yeah, yesterday in the prediction video I did, I kept calling Ty Simpson Julian Sayin, or Julian Sayin Ty Simpson. I kept swapping them up. Once I start doing it, it's like a, I don't know, once I do it once, it's like Carson Beck with interceptions. Once I fuck it up once, I keep doing it over and over and over again. Just, same with like Carson Beck. He throws 1 interception, he's probably going to throw 3. As soon as I say it wrong once, I'm probably going to say it wrong 100 times. But yeah, this is Illinois, though. Play action pass on 1st and 10. Under pressure again, escapes, gets loose. Dives forward for a gain of about 4 or 5. Should have been sacked, but Tennessee couldn't get him down. And Illinois QB Altmaier ends up gaining about 4 or 5 yards there. Second down coming up now. 10:50 to go in the first half. Still tied at 7. Tennessee should start tackling in practice. Lou, which coach you trust the most when down 10 in the fourth quarter and win the game? Kirby. A handoff this time for Illinois. Not much there. Might have gained half a yard. Third down coming up for Illinois. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the first half. Still tied at 7. Tennessee defense is terrible. Confirmed. That is a fact. That is a fact. It's absolute dog shit, too. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. 3rd and 4. Let's see if this terrible dog shit defense can get off the field on 3rd and 4. Altmaier up talking to the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds on the play clock. Now he's ready. Snap. Back to throw. Looks left. Throws left. Caught, but tackled short of the first down. Only gained about a yard or two. Going to be 4th and 2 just inside the 30. Let's see what they decide to do here. They went for it last time on a 4th and 4 down here and didn't get it. I like Altmaier. Nobody has anything but good things to say about him. Lou thinks he exists. Who? How many opt-outs did Tennessee have this game? I have no idea. They're going to go for it again, this time on 4th and 2. 9 minutes to go in the first half. They're just inside the 30. Motion. Snap. Back to throw. Fumble. Recovered by Tennessee. They attempted a shovel pass. Didn't work. And it's going to be another turnover on the Tennessee side of the field. Tennessee will take over with 8:59 to go, still tied at 7. For the first time in forever, I'm going to have to pull for Tennessee, says Schultz. Illinois making the Big Ten look bad. Why does Notre Dame get an auto college football playoff berth next year? Well, they don't get an automatic berth. There's some kind of memorandum of understanding, which we still need clarification on, that says they're guaranteed a spot if they're ranked inside, I think it's the top 12, which is still ridiculous. Why does Notre Dame need some kind of government handout to guarantee themselves a spot in the playoffs? Why do they get some kind of special treatment that no other team gets? So it's still ridiculous, but they're not guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. I mean, they have to be in the top 12. But it's still ridiculous. It's still ridiculous. It's like letting the retarded kid in school shoot free throws from half the distance that everybody else shoots them from, just to make it fair. Notre Dame has become the special needs college football program. Their special need is that they need their own specific path to the playoff. Notre Dame hits from the lady tees. That's another great analogy to explain it. Yeah. Don't make fun of special needs kids. That I will tell you what to do. Listen. No one's making fun of you or your special need. So don't take something that's intended for someone else and try to use it to be offended. Don't do that. Don't do that. If I quit saying everything If I quit saying everything that offended anybody, I wouldn't have anything to say. So, no one's talking about you. No one's calling you special needs. They're just making a joke. If you don't think the joke is funny, that's fine. But it is what it is. I'm special needs. Shit. I'm half retarded and I don't know what the other half is. I'm all over the spectrum. Are you streaming the Ohio State versus Miami game? Yes. On Patreon. Lou, my son has autism. I don't respect you for that. I will leave now. So do I. But have a great day. You must be new here. You can't just call it the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl and not have orange flavored Cheez-Its. Both are orange and it makes sense. Yeah, I don't give a shit what people think about me for saying the word retarded or whatever. I don't care. I do more for special needs people than this entire comment section combined. So I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about it. Hell, I've devoted an entire YouTube channel to special needs people. What have you done? Still tied at 7. 1st and 10, Tennessee, after Virginia turned it over on downs. They're on their own 40. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. A handoff. Picks up about 4, maybe 5 yards out to about the 45. Second down coming up now for Tennessee. You hurt my feelings when you said Ohioans only eat cream of wheat. No, it's not that they only eat cream of wheat, but they eat cream of wheat. They eat other shit too, but they do eat cream of wheat up north, and that's nasty. Another handoff for Tennessee on 2nd and 5. First down and then some across midfield to the 47. So another good-looking drive here from Tennessee. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half, all tied at 7. The comment section bet is looking golden. The comment section bet is under 31 points for the first half. I also have a bet Tennessee minus 1.5 in the first half. So I am in desperate need of some Tennessee points here on this drive with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Notre Dame's schedule. Week 1, Indianapolis YMCA. Week 2, IMG Academy. Week 4, South Bend YMCA. Week 5, Coast Guard Academy. Week 6, Notre Dame Alumni Week. Week 7, Culinary Institute of America. That's about right. You're not far off, actually. I know you're trolling, but you're not far off. When you look at their schedule, it's absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic schedule for Notre Dame next year. Another handoff for Tennessee. Bounces it outside, picks up the first down to the 36. Going to be 1st and 10, Tennessee. 3 wide and a shotgun for Tennessee here on 1st and 10. 5.5 to go in the first half. Back to throw. They're in Virginia territory. All day in the pocket this time. Over the middle, caught. Wide open inside the 20. First down, Tennessee, just inside the 20. Tennessee in business in the red zone now. Heard Lou switch to decaf. Is that true? Buddy, you've been reading more of that fake news, man. I told you to quit watching Patriot News. Of course that's not true. No, I didn't switch to decaf. A handoff for Tennessee on first down. Hitting the backfield and dropped for a loss of a couple of yards that time. No good there. Forgot to block that. Second and long coming up now for Tennessee with 4:40 to go in the first half. This is turning out to be a good game. I may have to run and grab a beer and talk with humans in person. Be careful with the whole talking to humans in person deal. Careful with that there. Second and 12 now for Tennessee. They are on the Illinois 22. All tied at 7 here. 4:20 to go in the first half. Music City Bowl. Snap. Back to throw. G5 Joey underneath on a screen. Nowhere to go, though. Gain of a yard. That's it. Third and long coming up now for Tennessee. Yeah, it's a hard no for me on the decaf coffee. Just not happening. Not gonna work. Illinois is the new Virginia. Yeah, I don't know why I keep calling. Well, I do know why I keep calling them Virginia, but yeah, it's Illinois, not Virginia. I started calling them Virginia because of the uniforms, and now I can't get it out of my head. I keep calling them Virginia, but obviously it's Illinois. G5 Joey wants to throw. Ooh, tipped and nearly intercepted, but it falls incomplete around the 5-yard line. Going to be 4th and 11 now. And Tard Nation is going to have to attempt a field goal with whatever garbage field goal kicker they trot out onto the field. Yeah. Yep. All right, we need this. We've got Tennessee minus 1.5 in the first half, so we need this to be good. From the left hash. Did he miss that? What in the fuck is this disease that has infested garbage football with all these missed kicks? Good God, man. Fucking chip shot field goal. What are you doing? You're on scholarship! What? The pressure of the Music City Bowl is just too much for that trash can. That's going to cost us our bet. That's going to cost us that Tennessee minus 1.5 bet. No one's complaining about Notre Dame's schedule being weak. They're just pointing out the obvious. It's a garbage fucking schedule. Handpicked by Notre Dame. I don't blame Notre Dame for picking a garbage schedule. There's only been 1 year in the last 37 years where they won a major postseason bowl game. 1 year out of the last 37 years where they have won a major postseason bowl game. So I don't blame them for scheduling garbage opponents in the regular season. Lou put the cleats on. Tard Nation needs you. Yeah, I don't understand the field goal situation in college football. It's alarming. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand. You got some good teams that can't make 25-yard field goals like Ohio State and Alabama. It's just weird. It's weird. Quit mistreating Lou. Who's mistreating me? If I find out who's mistreating me, there's going to be hell to pay. If I find out who's mistreating me, there's absolutely going to be hell to pay. Is it true that Tennessee refused to practice at Vandy's Field? I heard that. I don't know if it's true or not. Notre Dame would beat Tennessee, would be an easy bet. Pay Lou. USC is afraid of Notre Dame. No. USC offered to play the game in the first 3 weeks of the season, and Notre Dame said no. Notre Dame said, we'll play the game anywhere, anytime, any place. Southern Cal said, okay, let's play in the first 3 weeks. Notre Dame said no. Notre Dame was scared, just like they were scared to play BYU last week. Tennessee needs to bring out their trusty Tennessee trash can to boost morale for the Music City Bowl. Yeah, Butch Jones did a lot of dumb things as head coach at Tennessee, but waving that trash can around on the sideline is chief among them. That is for sure. That is for sure. What's your favorite dinosaur? I don't have a favorite dinosaur. Tennessee talent fee is showing on the field. Dang. Notre Dame is leaving college football and will be going to the Vatican. No, Notre Dame will be joining the Big Ten in 2030 or 2031. I mean, that's what they're going to do. They're going to float around in Never Never Land for the next 3 or 4 years, and then in 2030 or 2031, they'll be in the Big Ten. Nothing happened to it. We don't want Notre Dame in the Big Ten. Well, you might not, but the people that matter do. The people that make the decision do. 3:28 to go. Tennessee just missed a field goal that would have given them the lead. We're tied at 7. Illinois with the ball on their own 21 now. Altmaier, play action, throws, nearly intercepted. They tried to hit a quick slant, and Altmaier didn't see the linebacker and threw it right to him, but it bounced off his face pretty much, and he dropped it. Stool pigeon will blow the whistle in a heartbeat. Michigan won't let Notre Dame join the Big Ten. Notre Dame will be in the Big Ten in 2030 or 2031, regardless of what you think Michigan will or won't do. Tennessee's going to get caught with a late hit here 15-yarder. No way Notre Dame is going to join the ACC. Yeah, I wish they would join the ACC because I feel like that would save the ACC, and I don't like all these conferences going away. I don't like the idea of 2 super conferences. I don't like that. But it looks to me like it's headed that way. I don't want that to happen, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think Notre Dame joins the Big Ten in 2030 or 2031. Around that same time, Florida State, Clemson, Miami, probably one of the North Carolina schools, and maybe the Virginia schools are going to look to leave the ACC because that's when it becomes affordable in 2030 and 2031. I think the ACC will dissolve and get eaten up by the SEC and the Big Ten, and then I think the Big 12 just won't be able to survive and will eventually succumb to the same fate. And we're going to end up with 2 conferences, and each conference will be split into 2 divisions, and you're basically going to have your original conferences back in terms of they're going to be divisions instead of conferences, all underneath the SEC or Big Ten umbrella. And Fox and ESPN will have the television rights to all the games. And probably some streaming mixed in there too. It's not the 1920s. Notre Dame is joining the Big Ten in 2030 or 2031. Money is way more important than whatever conspiracy theories you have from the 1920s. No CBS. How many networks show NFL games? CBS and Fox. And football go the same way. It would be ESPN and Fox. ESPN and Fox may choose to sell off some of their games to CBS the same way ESPN sells off playoff games now to TNT. But Fox and ESPN will control college football. The hell, they control it now. But by 2031 is when it's all going to come to a head. I feel like the ACC really nailed Notre Dame down during COVID and made Notre Dame join their conference. The ACC would be in a much better position. Yes, the ACC has had multiple opportunities to draw a line in the sand and make Notre Dame choose, and every single time the ACC is folded like a Dollar Tree lawn chair. I mean, these conferences don't dissolve by accident. It's easy to blame the SEC and the Big Ten for going and stealing teams from these other conferences. The SEC and the Big Ten would not have been able to go steal these teams from these other conferences if those conferences were run the right way, and they weren't. The Pac-12 was ran horribly. The Big 12 was ran horribly in the 2010s. Horribly. They made a series of disastrous decisions, the Big 12 did, which ended up causing Texas and Oklahoma to defect. The Pac-12 was ran like a flea market for a decade. The ACC right now is being ran like garbage. It's incompetent leadership in the Big 12, the Pac-12, and the ACC that led to the downfall, or will eventually lead to the downfall of all of those conferences. It's not the 1920s. No matter how many times you type about what happened in the 1920s, it's not the 1920s anymore. CBS sports journalist. Why? The Big Ten is ran like garbage as well. No, I disagree. I disagree. Chip Kelly has been hired as offensive coordinator at Northwestern. Did I just hear that right? Did I just hear that right? Boy, he's down bad. That's true. He's down bad if that way. Yeah, why? That's what I'm saying. Why? I don't know. What is that about? All right, 1st and 10 for Illinois. They're on the Tennessee 45. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Handoff. Gains about 8. Slam to the ground, too. 2nd and 2 coming up. Well, shout out to y'all, the comment section. Give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all are going to hit your first half bet. We did a poll at the beginning of the stream. How many points will be scored in the first half? More than 31 or less than 31? Comment section voted less than 31. We put a bet in on it, and it hit. Or it's going to hit. So shout out to the comment section. Y'all are 1-0 today. Pat yourselves on the back. A handoff here on 2nd and 2 goes nowhere for Illinois. Might have lost a yard. Going to be 3rd and about 3 now coming up for Illinois with about 1 minute to go in the first half. Each team's got 3 timeouts. Neither team in a hurry to use them. The Wildcats did make some strides this year. Surprised they didn't go back to Ohio State. Yeah, they need an offensive coordinator, don't they? They just lost Hartline, who was the replacement for Chip Kelly as OC there. 3rd and 3, back to throw. Altmaier in the pocket, gets rid of it. Caught. Plenty of, just cushion coverage. What are you doing? I don't know what kind of cushion coverage this is Tennessee is running, but that was dog shit there. Out of bounds to stop the clock with 46 seconds to go in a new set of downs. How much longer do you see Dabo at Clemson? Look, if he loses 6 games again next year, all options are on the table. Look, we won a natty in 16 or 18. You can't keep a guy around forever because he did something good 10 years ago. The reality is he's torpedoing that program from the inside out. A lot of Dabo's future is going to depend on what he does in the portal this year and what his record ends up being next year. A swing pass out in the flat gains a couple of yards for Illinois. Flags down though. If this is a holding on Illinois, that's going to be a bad penalty because that's going to maybe put them out of field goal range. Illinois says it's on Tennessee face mask. Let's see. Yep. Wow, face mask on Tennessee. Illinois is going to have the ball now up near the goal line. How is my dog? Dog's great. Yeah, dog's great. Not in here right now. She's out in the living room right now. Hope to keep Dabo forever. Back to throw. Altmaier in the pocket into the end zone. Over the head of the intended receiver. Incomplete. Gonna be 2nd and 10 now. Threw it out of the back of the end zone that time. Lou, can you go over your bets? I came in the stream late. Under 31 points in the first half, and Tennessee minus 1.5 in the first half. So we're going to go 1-1. Tennessee should study how to play defense. Yeah, their defense has been an issue all year. Really, it's been an issue 4 of the last 5. Last year, they had a legitimately good defense. That's really the only year under Heupel that they've had a good defense was last year. And what a coincidence, that's the only year they made the playoffs. 2nd and 10 now. They're at the 12. Back to throw again. Altmaier lobs it into the end zone. Turn around, Tennessee, man. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. I lost a dog Thursday before last. Her name was Gypsy. Yeah, always tough when that happens. I know how that is. Dogs are like a part of the family around here. Are you taking Iowa over Vandy? No, I'm retarded, so I'm going to take Vandy. Pavia's playing. I know Vandy's tight end is out for that game, but Pavia's playing, so I'm going to take Vandy. And then they got boat raced in the playoffs. Well, yeah, I mean, Ohio State made the playoffs one year and lost 31-0. Doesn't mean they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs that year, does it? Lou, if Bama and Ole Miss lose, is UJ officially the only SEC holding the conference up? I'm not sure what you're asking, but I mean, there's 3 SEC teams left. So if 2 of them lose, then there will be 1 left. Thoughts on Cam Coleman transferring? Everybody wants him, myself included. Every team in the country wants Cam Coleman. If a fan says they don't want Cam Coleman, they're retarded. Vandy about to destroy Iowa. I don't know. The SEC has been absolute dog shit again so far in the postseason. So it's not been a good look for the SEC. And this game's not going well either. Coleman to Ohio State or LSU? LSU makes a lot of sense for a lot of reasons. UJ doesn't recruit Cade Klubniks. I'm not sure what that means, but UJ recruited Brock Vandergriff, DeJuan Mathis, Jamie Newman. What's the guy from Arizona State that sued Florida? What's his name? Lou, will Tennessee win a playoff game before I die? I'm 34. Yes. I'll say yes. The playoffs are probably expanding to 16 soon. Tennessee will probably get into playoffs every few years. They'll eventually win a game. So unless you die from unnatural causes, car accident, piano falls on your head while you're out checking the mail tomorrow, something like that, then I do think you will live to see a Tennessee playoff win. Yeah, Jaden Rashada. Yeah. Yeah. However I go, I want to go fast. Yeah, don't we all? I mean, the last thing I want to do is be hooked up to a bunch of machines and tubes and shit. Like, I don't want that shit. Just pull the plug on me. I've got a standing order. Do not resuscitate. If I wanted to lay around in a bed drooling all over myself for years, I'd become a Tennessee fan. I got no interest in that. All right, 3rd and 10 for Illinois with 30 seconds to go in the first half. The only thing that can save us here would be a pick six from Tennessee. That's the only thing that would save us here. We're going to hit the under 31 points in the first half, but we also had Tennessee minus 1.5. They're tied at 7. Illinois got the ball, 3rd and 10 on the Tennessee 12. Pick six would be amazing right now. Motion, snap, back to throw, looks left, throws left. Incomplete. Off the back of the head of the Tennessee man. 4th and 10, and we're going to see a field goal attempt now. I know it's a lot of Tennessee players are freshmen, but dang, looking bad. Hey, Lou, thanks for the coverage. Hey, what's up, Eddie? Good to see you in here, my man. Clemson will never win another natty. Damn. Is that true? Never? So they're on the Nebraska list. Who else is on that list? Well, pretty much everybody that won a natty in the 90s. Colorado, Georgia Tech, never winning another natty. Isn't Miami on that list? Miami never winning another natty. Florida State never winning another natty. Tennessee never winning another natty. Michigan did win another natty, even though they won one in the 90s. There's only like 2 teams that won a natty in the 90s that are ever winning another one. Most of the teams that won a natty in the 90s are never winning another one. Yeah, Florida, never winning another natty. Miami, never winning another natty. Florida State, never winning another natty. Nebraska, never winning another natty. Colorado, never winning another natty. Georgia Tech, never winning another natty. All those teams won natties in the 90s. Fuck Indiana. Fuck the Indiana Pacers. Fuck the movie Hoosiers. Do you think Florida will ever win another natty? Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered. What about our 2011 natty before it was vacated? Yeah, you're just making shit up. You're low-level troll. You're just making that up. Michigan split a natty. We had a natty in 2011. Tennessee? No. That's just a 5-year-old troll. Lou, everybody from Auburn is transferring. You must be a miserable human being to not like Hoosiers. I've never seen that entire movie, and that is embarrassing. Indiana football, current Indiana football trash talking shit aside, I've actually never seen the entire Hoosiers movie. I've seen most of it, and then I've seen bits and pieces of it a lot of times, but I've never actually sat down and watched Hoosiers from beginning to end. Bama did NIL in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Everybody did. Everybody paid players in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Your 2011 natty is weak. Oklahoma State should have played LSU. Oklahoma State shouldn't have lost. Hoosiers is meh. It doesn't hold up very well. Kind of bad now. Bama lost to Tennessee every year until the 90s. Yeah, let's just get... Y'all wanted me to just get rid of that guy? He's just a low-level 5-year-old troll. We'll put him in timeout for 24 hours. He can come back tomorrow. Don't worry. He's got like 100 accounts. He'll probably be right back in here anyway. I think it's funny the Big Ten teams root for each other, but SEC teams still hate each other. We are not the same. SEC teams root for each other more than any other conference's fans. Bud Ice 40 ounce. Just got off work. I'm so ready for it. First of all, I didn't even know they still made that. Second of all, people actually drink that? Dang. I thought Bud Ice was literally like for homeless alcoholics who scraped up $1.17 off the sidewalk and bought that because that's all they could buy. I didn't know actual people drank that Bud Ice. All right, Illinois is going to kick it off with a 3-point lead. Only 21 seconds to go in the first half. So although Tennessee's got 3 timeouts, not a lot of time here on the clock for them to do anything. The kickoff's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10, Tennessee on their own 25, down 10-7 with 21 seconds to go in the first half. I'm a 5-star dummy. What does the red RZ beside the Illinois name stand for? Red zone, I believe. That's letting you know that they had the ball and they were in the red zone. Now, they don't currently have the ball, so the website must be a little behind. That's the only thing I can think of. As Illinois was in the red zone a minute ago. Yeah, see, now it's gone, and there's a little football next to Tennessee's picture there. So the RZ that was there meant that Illinois had the ball in the red zone. 2nd and 10 now for Tennessee. Only 17 seconds to go. Tennessee's going to hand it off. Looks like they're just ready to get to the locker room here. Yeah, nobody calling a timeout. So your halftime score is going to be Illinois 10, Tennessee 7. And we went 1-1 on the bets. We hit the under 31. We lost the Tennessee -1.5. Tennessee can't beat the Big Ten. Molson Ice is no joke, but Ice should be the favorite beer of Faltard Nation. I unfortunately live in Tennessee, but I do enjoy going into Walmart with my poverty shirt on. Love all the dirty looks. My man. Has anyone in the chat bitched about not have a wrench tonight? No. No, not yet. 30 years sober yesterday. Hey, congratulations, my man. Congratulations. Clearly no one on Tennessee knows CPR. The kicker continues to choke. Death mustard bottle to head. Big Ten weak. Looks like SEC may be weaker. I've had a couple Tennessee fans who can't read say go Vols when I've worn my poverty shirt. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, shit. Take the over in the second half. Let me see what the second half number is first. Second half number's not out yet. I have to wait for it to post, and I'll see what it is. Don't forget the streaming schedule for the playoff games coming up over the next couple of days. Miami versus Ohio State tomorrow night, and Alabama versus Indiana New Year's Day. Those will be your Patreon streams. Here's the link to the Patreon page, and the Patreon is half off right now. So if for some reason you thought about signing up and you haven't, now's your chance. It's usually $10. Right now it's $5. You can hang out with us, watch Miami versus Ohio State tomorrow night, and ring in the new year. And then on New Year's Day, Alabama versus Miami over on the Patreon. Sir UJ says, I'm taking the under in the second half. Don't you want to know what the number is for you? All right, here we go. Over under 28 and a half. Over under 28 and a half. I'm going to do a real quick poll. How many points will be scored in the second half? Over 28 and a half. Under 28 and a half. All right, let me go pee, get a refill, all of that stuff. I'll be right back. We'll check the poll. We'll put in another bet for the second half. Give me just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Did you miss me? I forgot to put somebody in charge of the comment section. I hope y'all behaved yourselves while I was otherwise engaged. Yeah. What do we want to talk about while it's halftime? Got my Vegas trip coming up. Do y'all want to hear more about that? I feel like I talk more about Vegas than I do college football sometimes, but fuck. I look forward to this trip so much every year. Right at the end of college football season. A much needed vacation. You know, I work so hard during the season. I really do. I work so hard from the beginning of August till the middle of January. I mean, it's just hard work. And by the time it wraps up with that national title game, I'm ready for a much needed and well-deserved vacation. And we do this Vegas trip every year, the last week of January. And boy, we have a lot of fun. And this is the biggest one yet. We got 14 people going this year. All people from YouTube, by the way. All people that y'all know from the comment section, or they have their own channels, or whatever it is. And the more the merrier. So it's a little late now. Of course, if any of y'all want to go, you're more than welcome. You can hit me up for more details and information if you're able to go this time. But if not, start thinking about maybe next year, because we do this every year. It's me, Pigskin Pete, Hufferbilly Paul, Dula, Sir UGA, DJ David, the Oregon fan, the Utah man from the comment section that calls in all the time. He's going. Albert Tucci, my brother's going this year. Nate the Great is going. I'm leaving people out. Connor Stallions from the comment section is going. It's 14 of us. We go every year the week after football season ends. I can't fucking wait. Cannot wait. Do you play poker? I play poker more around town, home games type things than I do at the casino. Playing poker at the casino is, I mean, the thing is, like, we go with a group of people, and have you ever been to a poker room in a casino? It's not like you can go in and play with your friends. It's, you go in, 3 or 4 of us. If we walk into a poker room, 3, 4 of us, 8 of us, whatever, we're all going to get sat at different tables. And I don't know, it just kind of defeats the purpose on going on a group Vegas trip if you're all playing poker spread out all over the place. Like, we have more fun all going to the same roulette table and playing roulette for 5 hours, or all going to the same craps table, or crowding around a blackjack table, or something like that. But I love poker, though. I absolutely love poker. I don't play tournaments. I only play cash games. I do love poker, but I don't generally play it in Vegas. No. Yeah. Did all 14 get the members only jackets? Yes. I bought most of them. I think I bought 8 members only jackets to hand out to people. I eat egg sandwich about every other day. I like egg sandwiches, but like an egg salad sandwich. But I don't know if I could eat egg salad sandwich every day. I'm a pool man myself. Well, you would fucking love Vegas. They got some of the best pool complexes on the planet out there. Wouldn't do you much good in January. It's cold in Vegas in January, but I go every summer too to Vegas, and the pool scene in Vegas is, hey, the scenery is amazing. But yeah, the pool complexes out there are unreal. Unreal. How long are you going there for? I'll be there for 8 days. Lou, I decided to join with a sweet deal for membership. Oh, the Patreon? Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we have a really good time on the Patreon streams. We really do. There's less people, so like I'm able to read every single comment. We have a really good time over on the Patreon stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's half off now too. So anybody else wants to get signed up on the Patreon, it is half off. So instead of 10, it's 5. There's the link right there. We're gonna be watching Miami versus Ohio State tomorrow night on Patreon, and Alabama versus Indiana on Thursday on Patreon. Lou liked the pink jacket. Yeah, Pete got the pink one. I got a white one. Pete's got the pink one. I do like the pink one, though. Yeah, very rarely any low-level trolls on the Patreon page because they're not able to get a hold of their mom's debit card to get signed up. Nothing quite like fake tits and yeast infections. Went to Vegas right after UJ Ohio State Peach Bowl on a college trip. They put us in the Luxor. Ooh. I'd rather sleep on the street than stay in the Luxor, buddy. That place is a dump. Yeah, you were smart if you walked away. You got to hit and run. If you're going to play poker in Vegas or any casino, really, cash game, that's the way to do it. Hit and run. This past year, I went on 6 out-of-town trips. Luxor has Carrot Top. I mean, I'd go see a show at the Luxor maybe, but there's a 0% chance I'd ever stay at the Luxor. Lou is a YouTube legend. First video of his is when he was laughing at South Carolina for hiring Muschamp. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I like Carrot Top too. I'd go see a show there. I'm just talking about staying. There's no way I'd stay at the Lux. I've been in there. I've been to Vegas so many times. Eventually, if you go to Vegas enough times, eventually you at least walk in and out of every casino just to see what's going on in there. So I mean, I've been inside the Luxor, but it's old. It smells funny. I don't like the Luxor at all. The Luxor, Excalibur, and Circus. Those, I would never stay at any of those places ever. I'd rather not go than stay at any of those places. I've been here since fat people riding on scooters at Walmart. Yeah, those were the good old days, man. Back 2014, 2015. I hit the rejoin button. I have no idea. I don't know. If you're signed up on my Patreon page, then go to the Patreon page and you'll see all the Patreon only posts. If you're able to see them, then you're signed up. If you're not able to see them, then you're not. I can't tell you if you're signed up or not. Only you can figure that out. Which hotel has the roller coaster? Is that New York, New York? Yeah, that's New York, New York. I like New York, New York. It's fun. It's a fun atmosphere there. Inside of there, it's a party atmosphere. I've stayed there once. I've been inside of there to gamble, and there's a Coyote Ugly bar in there. We all went to last year when we went on the Vegas trip in January, the guys' trip after the football season ended. We all went to a Vegas Knights hockey game. And the hockey arena is right behind New York, New York. So when the hockey game ended, we walked to New York, New York, and we all went and hung out at that Coyote Ugly bar up on the second floor there in New York. That was a lot of fun. And I've stayed there once too. Me and the lady stayed there once a couple of summers ago. MGM was cool too. Stayed there. Yeah, I've stayed at the MGM. MGM Grand, you talking about? I've stayed there. It's huge, massive. Lou, can you pull up to spot number 2? We'll bring your food up. No, I don't pull up and I don't wait. No. Was the bed bug problem a fact about Vegas? I'm sure every hotel on the planet has had bed bugs at some point. I've never stayed in a room anywhere that had bed bugs. Second half just started. Yeah, second half underway here, Illinois and Tennessee. Oh, we forgot to bet. Shit. Y'all wanted the under. All right, I'll have to live bet it now. All right, we'll live bet the under point total. Right? Is that what y'all wanted? Yes, under. All right, we'll live bet under 46.5. Under 46.5 points total. Bet is processing. Bet accepted. All right, we've got under 46.5 points. That's the bet. Joey Aguilar damn near threw an interception on the first play of the second half here. A tipped ball should have been intercepted. Well, first of all, it should have been caught, but it was tipped, and then it should have been intercepted, and it was dropped. So on 2nd and 10, Tennessee keeps it on the ground off right tackle gain of about 4. 3rd down coming up for Tennessee. I've been to Vegas about 24 times. I've been 6 or 7 times. I never went until 2 years ago. So I've been 6 or 7 times in the last 2 years. The first time, January 2024 was the first trip I ever took to Vegas, and I've been 6 or 7 times since then. 3rd and 6, back to throw. Under pressure. He's going to get sacked back at the 42. 4th down, and Tennessee will have to punt it away here. Somebody take action on Tennessee. I live in Florida, and Hard Rock won't take my bets. I have no platform. What do you want to bet? I'll bet you. What do you want to bet? I'm a degenerate gambler. I was a pro poker dealer at a casino. Which one? First time I went to Vegas, I took my daughter and we stayed at the Hard Rock. There is no Hard Rock in Vegas. They're building one, but there's not one there now. It'll be open in a couple of years. SEC down bad. Yes, they are. I want Illinois money line. The Illinois money line live number is minus 159. Post the Patreon link again. Yes. There you go. Get signed up. Y'all sign up on Patreon. It's half off right now. Instead of 10, it's only 5. Illinois pass complete or incomplete? Tennessee says it hit the ground. The referee agrees. Incomplete pass. Going to be 2nd and 10 now for Illinois. There was a Hard Rock casino because I've been there. In Vegas? Yeah, it must have been a long time ago. Typical Vols, all hype. No, there's a Red Rock casino that's still there, but there is no Hard Rock there. They're building one where the Mirage used to be. Hard Rock bought the Mirage. They're building one of those giant guitar towers right on the strip there. What the tailgate meal for playoff games? Not sure yet. I used to be a pro poker player. Damn. Anybody that says they used to be a pro poker player usually has a sad story to tell. Hard Rock isn't on the strip. Well, it's not anywhere there right now. There is no Hard Rock in Las Vegas. They're building one on the strip right now. Right now, there is no Hard Rock anywhere in Las Vegas. There might have used to be, but there's no Hard Rock anywhere in Las Vegas right now. And it's been years since there has been, if there used to be one. I don't smoke weed. Tucci is ready for the trip, Woo. Good. That's great news. Third and 5 for Illinois. They're on their own 39-yard line. Altmaier in the pocket. Throws deep. Just out of reach for the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. 4th and 5. And it looks like Illinois is going to have to punt it away. Playing tournaments for 16 hours a day isn't a great way to live, even if you make decent money. What's your favorite food? Steak. Ribeye. I think the Hard Rock Casino in Vegas is the Mandela effect because I can't find it on the internet, just the one they are building. Yeah, I can confirm with zero doubt that there is not a Hard Rock Casino in Las Vegas right now, or last year, or the year before that, or the year before that. Prior to that, I don't know. But there hasn't been one there in at least 3 years when I've been going. They're building one now on the strip where the Mirage used to be. Well, the Mirage is actually still there, but they're building, they tore the volcano out in front of the Mirage, and they're building a guitar-shaped tower there. The Virgin Hotel is the former Hard Rock. Oh, okay, yeah, that's down by the airport. Commercial break on the game. Tennessee will have the ball back when we come back. Still 10-7. Illinois with a 3-point lead. Lou, thanks. I just joined Patreon. 52-year-old finally figured it out. Hey, I appreciate that. Let me show you this real quick too, Eddie, because sometimes people get confused when they sign up on the Patreon. When you get to the Patreon page, when you get ready to watch a Patreon stream, so like tomorrow, the Miami-Ohio State game is a Patreon stream. You'll see a post on my Patreon page that looks just like this one right here. But instead of saying BYU versus Georgia Tech Patreon stream, it'll say Miami versus Ohio State Patreon stream. And all it is, it's a YouTube stream. It's just a private YouTube stream, and the link is posted on Patreon. So what you'll do tomorrow night for the Miami-Ohio State game is you'll come to the Patreon page. You'll see a post that looks just like this, but it'll say Miami versus Ohio State Patreon stream. You click the red YouTube button, and then you come down here where it says YouTube right here. Click on that, and it will open up YouTube and take you to the stream. It's that easy. It is literally, it's literally that easy. I'll post the link one more time if any of you guys want to get signed up. It's 50% off. There's a code when you go to the Patreon page. You'll see it. It's 50% off. It's $5. Thought I was losing my mind because I remembered it. Committed says I signed up. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. What if it says Ohio State versus Miami and not Miami versus Ohio State? Then you're on the wrong stream, Jolish. I think we should fire John Hopeful. Damn. I knew it. I knew it. Boy, if y'all fire John Hopeful, y'all be right back to winning 5 games a year, bud. Yes, that's exactly what I said. There is no Hard Rock in Vegas right now, but a brand new one is opening in the former site of the Mirage. Yes, exactly what I said. I signed up and lowered my cholesterol. Hey, fringe benefit. Fringe benefit there. I like that. I like that. How you determine best conference of the year? It's like porn. You just know it when you see it, buddy. It's the government definition of porn. You know it when you see it. There is no one metric to point to. The Big Ten was the best conference last year, and so far it looks like the Big Ten is going to be the best conference this year. Prior to that, the SEC was the best conference for about 15 years in a row, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 years here and there. There was a Hard Rock in Vegas that closed in 2020. Both things can be true. Well, no, it can't be true that there's a Hard Rock in Vegas, because there's not. There's a Hard Rock in Vegas is not the same as there used to be a Hard Rock in Vegas. Illinois has just scored a touchdown on a disastrous Tennessee shit show of a play here. Defensive touchdown. Illinois is going to take a 10-point lead. Illinois has got a player hurt in the end zone. There was kind of a pile up around the ball. Not sure if that's how he got hurt or not, but they're down looking at him now. But Aguilar was in a shotgun. Tennessee's offensive line, again, can't block anybody. Look at that. Gets hit from behind, drops the ball, rolls all the way back into the end zone, and Illinois jumps on it. Defensive touchdown is going to make it a 10-point game. Charisse is here, but should be marked absent. Tardy would mean before the half. Yeah, it's a little too late to get credit for being here, although I do appreciate you tuning in. Hypo might as well head to Shoney's now. Yeah, you know that's where his mind is at anyway. He's headed there eventually. You might as well go now. I almost asked earlier what the money line for a defensive touchdown in the second half. The Voltards are cooked. That Tennessee guy is fuming right now, still thinking they can beat other SEC teams or even Notre Dame. Oh, who could this is what we doing? Just look at Berg's new costume that she got, her snowman. But Berg, show everybody your snowman. Look, Berg, look, she's even got a little snowman hat. Look at Berg's snowman costume. What you doing, snowman? You coming back to hang out and watch the second half? Huh? You want me to put you in your chair? Look what you got. You got Landman. Oh, and you got Reindeer Man there. You got your Reindeer Man there too, Berg. You gotta hang out and watch the game with us, Berg. You gotta hang out and watch the game, man. Now we tell you what we're doing. Tennessee is dog shit, dude. Hard Nation is dog shit, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Extra point is good, and it is a 10-point lead now for Illinois, 17-7. Tennessee shitting on their own foot here in the Music City Bowl. Why couldn't Tennessee beat other SEC teams? Well, they beat some of them. They lost to 4 of them, though. Dogs are the closest thing to heaven on earth. I have a 70-pound lap dog. Woo. Squid Tart is at the Tennessee game right now wearing a mustard bottle costume. Yeah, he's worn that to a bunch of Tennessee games. I've seen pictures over the years. Every team Vandy beats collapses. Lou, do you think NDSU should step up to the next level? Voltards are letting us down. Somebody welfare check the SEC. The SEC's down bad, buddy. Looks like the Big Ten's fixing to take that title for the second year in a row, best conference. 11:48 to go in the third. Illinois with a 10-point lead. No, the SEC doesn't suck this year. They're just not as good as the Big Ten, it looks like. I mean, I guess we have to wait until the rest of the postseason plays out, but it's hard to it's hard to have a 500 record against the ACC and think you're the best conference. The ACC is pitiful. I mean, the ACC is one of the worst Power 4 conferences in the history of football this year. And the SEC has a 500 record against the ACC. And it's not like they only played 1 or 2 games. They played 12 games, SEC versus ACC. And SEC is 6-6 against the ACC. That's embarrassing. The Big Ten was the best conference last year. And unless something drastic changes here in the next few days, the Big Ten's the best conference again this year. The former SEC East minus UGA is ass. You sure? Here's a good play from Tennessee across the 45 up to midfield. So a little bit of life here from the Tennessee offense, who really hasn't done anything at all outside of their first possession of the game where they drove down the field and scored. They're going to hand it off here. Another big hole and another big gain inside the 35 all the way down to the 30. So back-to-back 20-plus yard gains from Taurid Nation has them in business here on the Illinois 30. Down 10 with 10:54 to go. Another Illinois man is down. Monkey's out in the den. She's laying on the couch out in the den. Or she was at halftime when I went out there. First and 10, Tennessee on the ground again. Another good gain. Almost 7 yards that time. Second down coming up for Tennessee. They're in the red zone. Here we go. G5 Joey. Down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. First and goal for Tard Nation. They just won't give up, Tennessee. They just keep trying. Amazing. Aguilar throws behind the line of scrimmage. Caught. Tried to hurdle a man. Can't. Down at the 5-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards. Second and goal coming up now for Tennessee. Miami plus 10 is a 5,000 star lead pipe lock free money. Yeah, there's no such thing as free money. And there's no such thing as locks when it comes to gambling on sports. Doesn't mean you might not hit it. I mean, you might hit, but there's no such thing as a lock when it comes to betting on sports. I've got 40 years of evidence to back that up, too. Second and goal for Tennessee. They are on the 6-yard line. Shotgun for G5 Joey. He's going to keep it. Down inside the 3. Third and goal coming up from about the 2.5-yard line. Watch Miami upset Ohio State. Tennessee doesn't know what to do. Damn you, 40. Never would have guessed. I'm 47. I've been gambling since I was 7, so 40 years of evidence on the gambling front. Third and goal. They hand it off. Close. Going to be short. Going to be fourth and goal from just inside the 2 now. What is Tard Nation going to do here? Do they go for it or do they kick the field goal? They're down 10. They would need a field goal at some point anyway. Yeah, I've been gambling since I was 7. I used to sit on my granddaddy's lap at the kitchen table and circle parlay cards every Saturday. Probably a little younger than 7. Probably like 5 or 6 years old. All right, here we go. G5 Joey under center. 3 running backs. Snap. Handoff. He got it. He reached the ball out, and I think he got in. And the referee says, yes, he did. He was hit and stopped around the 1-yard line, but he fell forward and reached the ball out. And looks like, well, they've called it a touchdown. I'm sure they'll look at it to see if his knee was down. It looked like a touchdown in real time, though. Yeah, I've been gambling I've been losing money betting on sports since I was 5 or 6 years old. No joke. Gambling on sports. This was before the internet and all that, and of course, gambling is still illegal here. But so used to have local bookies that had what they call parlay cards, basically a piece of construction paper, and it had all the week's games on it and the line, and you'd circle the bets you wanted. You'd go pick the parlay cards up from the bookie every Monday, and you'd drop them off every Friday. And then on Monday, when you went to pick up the next week's cards, you'd collect your winnings, if you had any. But yeah, been doing that with my granddaddy, or started doing that with my granddaddy when I was 5, 6, 7 years old. And when we weren't doing that, he'd drive me to Florida and take me to the Greyhound track. And we'd bet on the dogs. At the dog track down in Florida. The Greyhound racing. Which they don't do anymore, but I sat on my granddad's lap and bet on horses, greyhounds, and cockfighting. I don't do the cockfighting or the horses, but he used to take us 2 or 3 times a year down to the dog races. Got a couple of scratchers on the counter one day. I'm a hit for $1 million. I got a $50 winner on the kitchen counter now. One of the places we went for Christmas. I ended up with a couple of lottery tickets, and one of them was a $50 winner. It's on the kitchen counter in there. I miss my pawpaw bad. He was a great guy. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Lou, when are you going Ben-Hur racing? Well, we got to get Vic strapped up to one of them buggies. What denomination was the ticket? Let me go get it. There you go, jackpot. $10 ticket. It's one of those, you win 50, 100, or nothing. And I won 50. See the little symbol there? The dollar sign. $50 winner. I don't buy scratch tickets ever. This was, it was her sister's, it was the lady's sister's house. They did some kind of game with plastic wrap and shit. And you had to unwrap shit, whatever, I don't know. And there was, some of the prizes in there was lottery tickets and shit. And this was one of them. One of her sisters won $600. One of her sisters won $600 on Christmas Day on a scratcher. It was a $10, I think it was a $10 scratcher. She won $600. I gave someone $100 worth of scratchers for Christmas. I won $800 at a bingo. I've never played bingo, not money. I mean, we used to play in school and shit, but I've never played bingo for money. Lou, which hotel are you staying at in Vegas? Planet Hollywood. Todd Grantham got hired again. I'm not surprised. This guy's got something. I don't know. He's got blackmail. How he keeps getting a job as defense coordinator is beyond me. Beyond me, Todd Grantham. I don't get it. Tennessee set to kick off here after scoring that touchdown. A 3-point game now, 17-14. Returned out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Illinois will take over right there, up 3. You're making me really want to hit up Cherokee tomorrow. I'm probably going to go to Cherokee sometime in February. And then I already have a room reserved up there for the first weekend of March Madness. I'm there Thursday through Monday, that first week of the March Madness NCAA basketball tournament. I bought a $100 scratcher, won $200, and haven't played since. Did your grandpa ever tell you about the rubber band trick on the greyhound's foot that they would put on their opponents? No, I don't know anything about that. Nice play here from Illinois all the way out across the 45 to the 47. 1st and 10, Illinois up near midfield. I played bingo with Rec Talk and Sea Dog on the ship last March. Oh, at the Slob Olympic, on the Slob cruise. Yeah. I remember y'all talking about that. 1st and 10 now for Illinois. Another handoff. Doesn't go anywhere this time. Stuff for a loss of a yard. Going to be 2nd and 11 now on their own 46. A 3-point lead for Illinois with 6:40 to go in the third quarter, 17-14. Have you ever tried the casino cruises in Myrtle Beach? It's been a long time ago, but yeah, I've been on them 2 or 3 times. Not any time in the last 10 or 15 years, but I've been on them before, yeah. Back to throw. Tries to set up a little tunnel screen. It works. They're going to pick up close to 10 yards here. It's going to be 3rd and about 1 inside the Tennessee 45. 6 minutes to go now in the third quarter, 17-14. One of my buddies goes a lot. Is it a good time? I don't really like the casino cruises. They're small and crowded. The food's not good. I mean, it's a good option, I guess, for somebody that wants to gamble and has no other option. But given the choice, I would gamble almost anywhere else other than one of those little gambling cruises that just sails 10 miles offshore. A handoff right up the gut picks up the first down for Illinois at the Tennessee 41. 1st and 10 with 5:30 to go in the third. I thought Tennessee got a new DC, or is he not coaching? Coaches that are hired this time of year don't coach bowl games. Lane Kiffin didn't coach LSU in their bowl game. And Jim Knowles is not the defensive coordinator for Tennessee in this bowl game. 5 minutes to go. 1st and 10, Illinois. Pump fake. Now he's going to run. Altmaier has a lot of room. Runs the referee over. Get out of the way, bitch. He ran the referee over. Did y'all see that? Look at this. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Oh, shit. I'm glad he's not hurt. But maybe don't be 70 years old trying to referee a game. How about, let's get some people who are in shape enough to get the fuck out of the way. Illinois has to take a timeout. They were running out of time on the play clock there. All gamblers quit before they hit it big. Yeah, that's not true. Lots of gamblers have hit it big. Lots of gamblers have hit it big. There's a dog track in Shorter, but haven't been in years since my dad passed away, but he loved it. I don't know where Shorter is. Most of the dog tracks that I thought they were all shut down now, but I don't know. Maybe there's still some around somewhere, but they started passing a bunch of laws about the ethical treatment of animals and shit, and most of those greyhound tracks got shut down, but maybe there's still one somewhere. PETA ruined a lot of things. Well, PETA is bread. That's bread you're talking about there, P-I-T-A. I don't. The only thing pita bread might have ruined is a sandwich. Nobody cares about the horses, just dogs. If UGA ran that ref over, they would throw a flag. No, they wouldn't. Dog track's still in Florida. I see dog racing videos on TikTok sometimes, so they got them somewhere. Who you got in the USC TCU game? I don't have a pick on that game. I mean, or I don't have a bet on it. I guess I'll take Southern Cal, but I don't have a bet on that game. Sorry, I accidentally turned the sound off. Am I staying on for TCU Southern Cal? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I accidentally hit the mute button. That's on me. USC is without a quarterback and 3 best receivers. Everybody is without players. And Vegas knows that. So when you look at the lines on these games, like Vegas knows who's playing or not, and the line reflects that. So you don't have some kind of advantage in betting those games because you know who's playing and who's not. The line reflects all that. Still a 3-point game, but Illinois is driving. Boy, Altmaier is making Tennessee's defense look even more retarded than they normally look. Another 10 or 11 yard gain on the ground from the quarterback there. Southern Cal does have their starter. Lou, do you think Texas will beat Michigan? Shit. I don't know if the SEC is going to beat anybody, buddy. Has the SEC won any games at all? I mean, fucking LSU lost to, who did LSU play? Houston or something? Missouri lost to Virginia? What are they doing? The SEC's been terrible. And they're doing and look at this. Illinois is about to score again on Tennessee. Bama's got a win. Ole Miss has a win. I think those are the only 2 wins so far for the SEC, isn't it? I don't know who Faison Brandon is, so I don't have any thoughts on him. If he's some high school kid, then I definitely don't have any thoughts on him. Touchdown. Did he fumble? No. Touchdown, Illinois. Tennessee has a defense as effective as an umbrella with holes in it. Really only wins that matter. SEC won. That's don't be like that. If the SEC had won all those other games, you'd be bragging. But because they lost, you're saying they don't matter. So come on, stop that. Stop it. The Texas A&M Miami game didn't matter? Come on, man. What are you doing? Yeah, the SEC is about to be 2-5. If the SEC was 5-2, you'd be bragging about it. Look, you gotta be consistent. Okay, you gotta be consistent. When the SEC was busy winning the bowl games every year and winning every national title and having better records against all the conferences, you bragged about it. Now that they're not doing that, you can't move the goalposts and pretend they don't matter. The reality is the Big Ten was better than the SEC last year, and so far it looks like they're better this year. So now the SEC was better the 15 years prior to that, but that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on now. Luke Altmaier hit Tennessee with the rock the baby. Baltar's down bad. Baltar's defense sucks. Yes, it does. ESPN will still be SEC territory. Yeah, and Fox is Big Ten territory, and CBS is Notre Dame territory. Yes, you have figured it out. You have cracked the code. You have cracked the code, my man. Go damn doggone dogs. Maurice Walker, thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. Good to see you in here tonight. Tennessee could need Jim Knowles pretty bad right now. I don't know how much difference Jim Knowles could have made in a week. Tennessee has a player issue on defense, not just a coaching issue. G5 Joey pass complete and close to a first down. Going to be... I thought he was a little short. Referee says no, first down. Just across the 30. Tennessee wants to go fast now. Snap. Handoff. Gain of about 4. Right up the middle. Best way to test conference strength is to look at non-con and playoff games. Bowl games, not really indicative. Well, when the SEC was busy winning the bowl games, you said they were indicative. Now they're losing and you claim that they're not. But okay. But how about this? The SEC has played the ACC 12 times, and the SEC is 6-6 against the ACC. That encompasses the entire season. The ACC is the worst Power 4 conference this year that I've ever seen in my entire life, and the SEC is 500 against them. So look, I'm an SEC guy. I love the SEC. They were on top of the college football world for 15 or 20 years. They're not on top right now. Sorry, they're just not. They weren't last year, and it doesn't look like they are this year either. Now, over the next couple of days, you know, does Alabama beat Indiana? Okay, then we can have we can have this conversation again. But is anybody picking Alabama to beat Indiana? I'm not. Third and 4. Tennessee needs a first down here bad. Back to throw. Caught. First down out to the 45. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Only person I know picking Baca to beat Indiana is KB. I've seen a few people picking Alabama, but not many. Not many. Thoughts on the Boo Carter situation? He left because his mom was having disagreements with Heupel and the staff. Yeah, he didn't want to be there, so he left. He quit, basically. Walked away. If Georgia and Alabama were to play in the national title and the rest of the SEC bowl games, SEC lost. That's only half. I don't know if that's a question or a statement. Either way, it's only half of a question or a statement. Knowles needed 3 years at Ohio State, and half of his defense was NFL players. Don't get your hopes up, Voltards. G5 Joey heating up. Into the third quarter, your score, 24-14. Tennessee just won't quit, would it? Tennessee just won't give up, man. Just keep trying. Thomas, thank you for the super chat, my man. Good to see you in here. He says, this is proof that parity is clearly in college football. Voltards continue to embarrass the SEC. This doesn't look like parity. This looks like Illinois beating the shit out of Tennessee is what it looks like to me. The SEC being 2-5 in bowl games doesn't look like parity, I don't think. It looks like the Big Ten is better than the SEC is what it looks like to me. What's up, Dula? Either way the game goes, for Bama, we got to target at least a running back in the portal. Bama, you talking about? Yeah, portal opens Friday. Is that right? I'm interested to see what Clemson does. Clemson is hanging by a thread right now. They need a quarterback. They need an offensive coordinator. They need a running back. They need a lot, and I don't know if Dabo is going to be able to do it. Juice Poot picked Bama. Well, yeah, he picked Bama to win the Natty, so he's going to ride with Bama until they lose. Worst situation, Clemson or USC? Which USC are you talking about? Well, I think Clemson's worse right now, in a worse situation than both of those teams. Both USCs. Lou, have you heard the good news? Worst situation, Clemson or Iowa State? What's wrong with Iowa State? The SEC has too many 5-star slackers. So they went from winning because they have 5 stars to losing because they have 5 stars? How many opt-outs in this game? I have no idea. What's your favorite Tool song? Vicarious. Iowa State has like 15 players returning next year. That's good. You talking about starters? I actually think Clemson will not make a bowl game next season. They barely made one this year. What were they, 6-6, right? Or were they 7-5? Might have been 7-5. Tennessee's defense is softer than Charmin toilet paper. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Indiana should worry with their top defensive player out. Everybody has players out. It's the middle of December. It's the end of December. Everybody's got players hurt and players out. I don't feel sorry for anybody because they have an injured player. Georgia's without their starting center. Nobody feels sorry for Georgia, do they? If the SEC wins the national title, what does it mean for the SEC as a whole? Nothing in and of itself as far as determining what it's just one data point that you look at when determining who the best conference is. But I mean, if the SEC goes 2-10 in bowl games but wins a natty and has a 6-6 record against the ACC, I mean, if Alabama gets blown out by Indiana, Georgia beats Ole Miss, beats Ohio State, and then beats Indiana in the natty, I still wouldn't think the SEC was the best conference. I just would think Georgia was the best team. The SEC's got to win some of these games. You can't lose every one of these games and then try to pretend they're the best conference. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah, all the Notre Dame's players opted out. Yeah. Wow. That was not a good play from Tennessee there. Blown up. Wow. Big hit. Threw it to the running back out in the flat, but he got eaten alive right away. Loss of about 4 or 5 yards that time. Going to be 3rd and long now for Tard Nation. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Caught. First down, Tennessee inside the 40. Was that BYU knocking at the door? Yeah. They're looking for Notre Dame. They want to know how come Notre Dame was scared to play them. Tennessee keeps it on the ground that time. Bishop with a gain of about 3. Second down coming up inside the 25 now. Tennessee in the red zone, down 10 with 13 and a half minutes to go in the game. Auburn's top receiver is in the portal. Well, nobody's in the portal yet. It doesn't open until Friday, but he announced his intentions to enter the portal, yeah. Everybody's going to want him. I don't know why it would come to Georgia. I mean, I wish Georgia would get him, but I don't know why any top wide receiver would come to Georgia. Of the playoff teams left, which coach is doing the most with less? You know the answer to that question before you typed it. It's Cignetti by a country mile. 3rd and 6, another third down here for Tennessee. Let's see if they can convert again. They're on the 22, 12:40 to go. Aguilar, shotgun, 3 wide to the top of the screen. Back to throw. Looks left, throws, tries to set up a screen. Going to be short of the first down, though. 4th and 2 coming up for Tennessee inside the 20. Let's see what they do. I don't think it'd be worth Georgia getting Cam Coleman. He'll want $3 to $4 million, and another position group on our roster will take a major hit. Under center, 3 running backs, 4th and 1. Big boy football here. Snap, handoff. First down inside the 15, down to the 12. 1st and 10, Tennessee. Exactly, Disney Dog. Notre Dame needs a special handout. A special path to the playoff carved out specifically for them. And I don't even blame Notre Dame. Any team would take that if they could. I'm mad at Greg Sankey. I'm mad at Petiti. I'm mad at all the conference commissioners who agreed to that. It's absolute insanity that the conference commissioners agreed to that. And they should be asked about it. They should be forced to answer the question, why did you agree on a special path to the playoffs specifically for Notre Dame? Why? That wasn't some kind of backroom deal that Notre Dame made with a man behind the curtain. All 10 of the conference commissioners signed off on that. Why? Why? Texas Dog, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. He says, Lou, thanks for keeping me sane while my wife and son are sick. Go Dogs and keep the Voltards struggling. Well, I hate to hear that about your wife and your son, buddy. I hope they get over it sooner rather than later. Don't want to be sick on New Year's. Notre Dame football makes me want to revoke my Catholicism. Systemic pedophilia for 2,000 years is what should have made you want to revoke your Catholicism. It shouldn't have taken a football team doing something. What about the 2,000 years of systemic, widespread, and covered up pedophilia? Well, that's what should have made you leave your Catholicism. Commercial break on the game here. My parents made me go to Catholic school. That's the only reason I went. Well, you're grown now, so you don't have to ever go back there. If you go back there now, that's a choice you're making as an adult. I got to pee again. Let me go while it's a commercial. You can't be a Mason and be Catholic. I know a Mason who is Catholic. 1st and 10 for Tennessee at the Illinois 12. They're going to keep it on the ground inside the 5. Looks like a touchdown, and it is. And we got us a game here. It's going to be a one-possession game with 11:40 to go in the 4th quarter. Are you going to make a video on Kyle Whittingham going to Michigan? Already did 2 days before he was hired. Going to Wild Wing tomorrow to see my Canes. Great stream. All right, Mio, good luck tomorrow, my man. Eat some wings for me. Eat some lemon pepper wings for me. Here comes the extra point. And it's good. 3-point game with 11:40 to go. Amazing what happens when Tennessee just runs the ball. Can you play the Voltard song, Lou? Oh, not looking good on the chat bet for the second half either. What was it? Under 46? Not looking good. They're at 45 right now. What was it? 46? I forget. What was the chat section bet for the second half? Let's see. Under 46 and a half, and they're at 45 right now. So any more points, and it's a giant L. I got to give the Tards credit. Rocky Top is super catchy. Which coach won the eating contest? I'd go with Heupel on that one. Yeah, I'd have to go with Heupel on that one. All right, 1st and 10 for Illinois on their own 25. Back to throw. All day in the pocket. Throws complete behind the line of scrimmage to a running back. Gets a block and gets downfield for a gain of 8 or 9 yards. 2nd down coming up now for Illinois. What time's the TCU game? 9 o'clock. Okay. 9 o'clock. Handoff on 2nd and 1. Picks up a 1st down and then some. Across midfield all the way down to the Tennessee 48-yard line. Boy, this Tennessee defense is absolutely pitiful. My high school team had better defense than Tennessee. Kids in Tennessee also play baseball with mustard bottles. Damn. Is that true? Lou, stay warm. It's cold as hell here. Yeah, I think it's going down to the 20s tonight here. Illinois always in close battles. Took us to 100 overtimes a few years back. 1st and 10. Illinois right at midfield. Pass is complete because of... What in the world? What is this Tennessee second? There was a 15-yard cushion on 1st and 10. The guy just runs a 5-yard curl. He's wide open. I don't understand this Tennessee defense at all. 4 starters out for Tennessee defense, just facts. Yeah, it's bowl season. Everybody has players out. Nobody wants to hear any of those excuses. Getting your ass beat by Illinois. Everybody that's playing for Tennessee is on scholarship to play football for Tennessee, and they're doing a shitty job of it. A handoff here on 1st and 10 goes nowhere. Loss of a yard that time. 2nd and 11 coming up at the Tennessee 38. We have a talent gap, been obvious all year. Yeah, it was especially obvious when you got the shit beat out of you by Vandy at home. 2nd and 11 now for Illinois. Back to throw. Over the middle, caught, tackled right away, gain of about 4. Going to be 3rd and long now for Illinois. And Illinois has had a lot of third downs, but Tennessee has had a hard time getting off the field on 3rd down defensively. Let's see if Tennessee's defense can make a play here on 3rd and 5. Timeout, Illinois. That's their 2nd timeout already. That might come back to bite them if this game gets close late in the 4th quarter. But Illinois is only going to have 1 timeout left here. What was Illinois' record this year? 8-4. I think. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were 8-4. Lou, do you mind if I tell you what to do? Does a one-legged duck swim circles? Don't tell me what to do. Mike Nixon, what's up, buddy? He says, hey, Uncle Lou, hope you and your family have a great and safe New Year's, buddy. Penn State hired the defensive coordinator yesterday. I'm hearing it's a solid hire. I don't know who they hired, so I don't have an opinion on it. But yeah, Happy New Year to you and your family too, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out tonight to watch the game. That was the most Southern analogy I ever heard. $490 people watching, 284 thumbs up. If that number doesn't get to 350 in the next few minutes, I'm going to shut this shit show down. I don't understand. Hitting the thumbs up is the easiest thing you can do. Y'all help me out. Hit the thumbs up. Oops, I meant the USC defensive coordinator. My fault, Lou. Yeah, I mean, do you have a name? Penn State is 114th in recruiting. Yeah, they only signed, what, 1 player on signing day, something like that? What's going on, Lou? Cold here in Charleston. Yeah, it's supposed to go down to the 20s here. It's been cold all day today. It was in the 30s this morning, but I think tomorrow morning it's supposed to be in the 20s. Even the fans are opting out of bowl season, Lou. I think you're half kidding there, but you're not really wrong. I really think bowl season as we know it today is on its last legs. I just don't know how much longer they can keep this up. No one's going to the game in person. People aren't watching the games on TV like they used to. And as soon as the advertisers figure that out and stop paying the networks, the advertising dollars, the networks aren't going to want to show the game. They need a different bowl structure. I don't have any type of obvious answer. I've heard everybody else's opinions, from playing the bowl game at the beginning of the next season to playing bowl games on conference championship weekend. I don't know what's going to end up happening, but I don't see how the current bowl system is going to survive another round of playoff expansion. The more you expand the playoffs, the more you dilute the bowl games, because there's worse and worse teams left over to play in the bowl games, right? If you go to 16 teams, that means, Southern Cal's not in a bowl game. They're in the playoffs. Notre Dame and BYU aren't in bowl games. They're in the playoffs. Vandy's not in a bowl game. They're in the playoffs. So the bowl games become games played by worse and worse teams. I just don't know how much longer it can last this way. Quarterback draw on 3rd and 5 is going to pick up the first down inside the 25. Gain of almost 10 yards on 3rd and 5. Just a quarterback sweep. Altmaier picks it up. 1st and 10, Illinois inside the red zone. I think at least 10 bowl games should be cut. Crazy when 5 and 7 teams are playing. I don't want to advocate for less bowl. I don't ever want to advocate for less football. My thought process on the bowl games and them going away is that without money, you can't sustain the bowl games. And how much longer are advertisers and sponsors going to continue to pay millions of dollars to sponsor these bowl games and to put commercials on TV during these bowl games when less and less and less and less people are watching them every year? So I don't, it's not that, if you don't want, like the whole, they need to cut the bowl games thing. If you don't want to watch a bowl game, don't watch it. They don't have to cut the games. I just feel like eventually the money around bowl games is going to dry up. And once that happens, they just won't be able to play them. 2nd and 2. And another first down, gain of 5. This Tennessee defense is absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit. As long as there's a huge tax deduction, they'll sponsor. The bowl ratings are only getting higher every year. Millions of people watch every game. Yeah, that's not true. The bowl ratings are not getting higher every year. Baltard's defense is not very good. That's putting it nicely. That's putting it nicely. Altmaier, under all kinds of pressure that time, has to throw it away. 2nd and 10 coming up for Illinois. Last year was the highest ever bowl ratings. You're confusing playoff bowls with these bowls. The playoff bowls, the ratings were through the roof. These bowls, they've bottomed out. The Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl. Those ratings are higher than ever, the playoff bowls. These bowl games have bottomed out. All right, 3rd and 9. I mean, normally this would be a great spot for the defense, but I don't know about it here. Back to throw. Incomplete. Now, that's a good play there by the Tennessee DB to knock that ball away. So give credit where credit is due. They've been getting burned all game long, but that was a good play there. Now it's 4th and 9, and Illinois will have to settle for a field goal, which will keep it a one-possession game. Where is Pick'em Pete tonight? I'm assuming he's at home, but I don't know for sure. He forgot to call me and tell me what he was doing all day today. So I don't know. Here comes the field goal from the left hash. 28-yarder. Snap, hold, kick is good. And Illinois extends their lead, 27-21. Still a one-possession game, though, with 5:14 to go. Tennessee trails by 6. Tennessee defense looking like melted orange ice cream. It's pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Is Pete streaming the playoff games? I have a great idea, Robert, on how you can get an answer to that question. You can ask him. Does Miami have a chance? Yeah, Miami. I mean, look, if you make it to the quarterfinals, you have a chance. Do I think they're going to win? No. But to say they don't have a chance, I think is a little short-sighted. I mean, anytime you strap it up, you got a chance, but I'm not picking them to win. I forgot how good those orange ice creams were. Yeah, well, them orange creamsicles when you were a kid really slapped, you know? They really slapped. You know what I'm saying? They really slapped. Right, Bird? Them orange creamsicles slapped, didn't they? Yeah, no doubt. Ohio State didn't have a chance in 02. Alabama will beat Indiana. It won't even be close. Ah, dang. Now that would be surprising. If Alabama blew, that's one of the most surprising possible results from any of the playoff games to me would be if Alabama blew out Indiana. I don't know about that. If Tennessee wins, the SEC will be 1-0 versus the Big Ten. Lou, are you near Edgefield County, South Carolina? Yeah. Where Strom Thurmond is. Yes. My bookie lives over that way. He's a gypsy. Edgefield is where the gypsies live. Strom Thurmond, what a guy he was. He was a piece of shit, is what he was. What is Pete's wife's maiden name? Gainey. Gainey. The gypsies live in North Augusta. They live in Edgefield, off exit 5, the Edgefield exit. North Augusta is exit 1. Edgefield is exit 5. They go to Strom Thurmond High School. The gypsies do. Until they drop out. They do not go to North Augusta High School. Look at Tennessee with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Now that's the good news. That's the good news. Tennessee with a 90-something yard kickoff return for a touchdown to tie the game. The extra point will give them the lead. That's the good news. Now, who knows what who can tell me what the bad news is? Can you tell me what the bad news is? Yeah, that's right, Wyatt. The bad news is Illinois' offense is about to come back out on the field with 5 minutes to go. That's the bad news. Yep, that's the bad news. Tennessee now has to put their defense right back out on the field after they were just on the field for 6 or 7 minutes. So, a worn-out Tennessee defense who ain't worth a shit has to go back out on the field. Tennessee's got a 1-point lead with 4:58 to go. So, I think we all see where this is headed. They should be fired up. They're over there sucking air. I don't like bad news. I wonder if I can live bet Illinois to win the game right now. Tennessee up 1 with about 5 minutes to go. We can bet Illinois to win the game at plus 117. Should we do it? We can bet Illinois to win the game at plus 117. Let's gamble. Processing to bet. Bet confirmed. All right. We took Illinois at plus 117 to win the game. Lou, you missed a super chat. My bad. Let's pull it back up. Hey, Lou, have you ever been to Greenwood, South Carolina? Not on purpose. No. I've driven through there on the way to somewhere else, but that's it. Not on purpose. I heard when they raised the Hunley, it had a real Extrom Thurman bumper sticker on it. Yeah. I'm with you. I put $20 on Illinois to win as well at plus 115. Yeah, I got it. I did $50 at plus 117. So with the downpour on Thursday, how big of a winning chance does Indiana have now at the Rose Bowl? Same chance they had before. I can tell you exactly what chance they have. Who do you think the rain helps or hurts more between a game between Alabama and Indiana? The team that can't run the ball at all anyway, or the team the team that has to throw the ball because they can't run it? If anything, it helps Indiana. But I can tell you exactly what the chances are. The exact same as they have always been. Right here. Alabama has a plus 205 chance of winning. Here comes the kickoff for Tennessee. They're up a point with 4:58 to go. Kickoff goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. What are we going to do on this Southern Cal TCU game? I want to take Southern Cal. Why shouldn't I? I want to take Southern Cal here. Southern Cal -5. What should I do? Southern Cal -5 or TCU +5? I like Southern Cal. USC by a mile. Altmaier is going to keep on 1st and 10, gain of about 8. 2nd and short coming up now for Illinois. A field goal would win the game for them. I took over 55 in the Southern Cal TCU game. TCU with the upset. TCU has no QB, definitely SC -5. USC isn't excited to be there. They weren't excited to be there last year either when they beat the soul out of LSU. Uh-oh, big play from Illinois, all the way down to the Tennessee 40. Illinois is almost in field goal range already. USC top 2 receivers not playing. Yeah, everybody's got people not playing. The line reflects that. It's not a surprise to Vegas if somebody doesn't play. So the line is reflective of who's playing and who's not. So somebody playing or not is not a reason to bet the game one way or the other on the spread. .340 to go. Illinois at the Tennessee 40, down a point. Back to throw. Pump fakes. Incomplete. Tried to set up a little screen. Tennessee blew it up. Going to be 2nd and 10 now with 3:33 to go. Come on, Illinois. All we need is a field goal to win the bet. Let's go. We just need a field goal. We just need a field goal. Second and 10 at the Tennessee 40. 4 wide. Back to throw. Altmaier. Pump fake. Takes off running. Gain of about 6. Almost in field goal range. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. And they are pretty close to field goal range. I'm trying to help you out with the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Luke Altmaier is pretty much winning this game by himself. Remember when the Tards said they were getting Altmaier? Well, boy, they thought they were getting everybody last May. They were getting Rocco Becht from, was it Iowa State or whatever? I mean, they were getting it, like all these quarterbacks who weren't even in the portal. They're like, we're getting this guy. If we don't get him, we're getting that guy. If we don't get that, we're getting this guy. It's all these quarterbacks that never even entered the portal. Tennessee fans not the brightest bunch, generally speaking. Does Tennessee believe they are getting Cam Coleman? Probably. Probably. Tennessee, the offseason champions of the world. Yeah, they are. They are. Does John Hopeful know what he's doing? In some areas, yeah. In some areas, yeah. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. Tennessee's got all 3 timeouts remaining, which will be important if they get the ball back. Illinois just with 1. 3:14 to go, 3rd and 3. Illinois is about 2 or 3 yards out of field goal range, according to that little green line they put on the screen. 3rd and 3, 3 wide, shotgun for Altmaier. Motion, snap, throws, complete out in the flat, and it's close. Referee's going to mark him a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1. The clock stopped with 2:52. Now the clock is running. 2:50 and the clock is ticking. 4th and 1. What do you do here if you're Illinois? Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1. If they don't get it, it's likely game over. They're going to take their final timeout here. With no timeouts left, if they go for it and don't get it, it's game over. That's an SEC spot. Well, these aren't SEC referees, and he was clearly out of bounds. Well short. You have a great running back. Use him. Looked like he got it. No, he was short. No, the ball, it was pretty obvious to me the ball crossed out of bounds well short of the first down marker. They're going to review it. It looks short to me. I hope I'm wrong. I'd rather they get the first down than have to go for it on 4th down. It's where the ball goes out of bounds, not where his foot lands. It's where the ball crosses the out of bounds marker or crosses the out of bounds line. I think he's going to be short. There's nowhere, it's not a first down. Maybe y'all don't understand the rule. It's not where the ball is when his foot lands out of bounds. It's where the ball is when the ball crosses out of bounds. The ball crosses out of bounds short of the first down. I disagree that the call was bad on the field. I think the call on the field was right. Last night of working off for 5 days. Hey, congratulations, my man. I'm taking Vandy. Don't forget the streaming schedule for the playoff games. 2 of them will be on Patreon. 2 of them will be on YouTube. The schedule is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But Georgia, Ole Miss, and Texas Tech, Oregon will be on YouTube. Alabama, Indiana, and Miami, Ohio State will be on Patreon. Here's a link to the Patreon page for those of you who want to hang out tomorrow night and watch Miami, Ohio State. And the Patreon is half off. So instead of 10, it's 5. No, it's not a bad call. I think you don't understand the rule. You think it's where his foot lands, and it's not. It's where the ball crosses out of bounds. He was clearly short. Here we go, 4th and 1. Handoff. Might be a touchdown. Inside the 20. Down to the 18. Gain of about 10, right up the gut, handed it to the fullback. 1st and 10, Illinois, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Illinois may just keep running the ball and run out the clock and make Tennessee use their timeouts. Yeah, Tennessee's going to have to start using their timeouts now. Is Clemson still a DEI school for white people? Yes. Yes, it is. No, it was not a terrible call. You don't understand the rules of football. You don't know what's out of bounds and what's not. If I was Tennessee, I would about let them score. Big Ten about to win another one against the mighty SEC. Well, this would be the first one, buddy. This is the first bowl game, SEC Big Ten. So it wouldn't be another one. It'd just be the first one. Why are you still arguing to call irrelevant now? I'm not arguing. Somebody in the comment section that doesn't understand the rules of football is arguing. The call was right. He was short and not enough evidence to overturn it. We should have let them score. How huge is that missed field goal? Turn 22 today, Lou. I'm becoming an unk. An unk at 22? I don't know, man. I don't know. I love the DC hire for Tennessee. Smokey looks like he has rickets. He looks like he has parvo. He's scant. You can count his ribs. I don't know if they just don't feed him or if he's just sickly or what, but Smokey's an ugly ass dog. I mean, I'm not even trash talking. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but it's an ugly fucking dog. Becoming an uncle isn't the same thing as becoming an unk. You don't let them score a touchdown with 3 timeouts. No. You don't let them score until your timeouts are gone. Blue tick hound, and Smokey does have health issues. I think Smokey is cute. Well, you also think that was a first down a while ago. So, you know what they say, there's a shoe for every foot, buddy. Were you at the 2012 South Carolina Georgia game that South Carolina won 35-7? No. We need a clipper for Lou. I've been trying to pay a lady to clip me for years. She won't do it. I don't know if she just hates money or what. All right, 1st and 10. Handoff. Gain of about 4. Down to the 15. And as expected, Tennessee is going to start using their timeouts here. Yeah, I remember Jarvis Jones. All right, come on, Illinois. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up, Illinois. Yeah, I know. I know. I don't have time to do it. I've tried to pay the lady to do it, but she ain't got no interest in it. Leonard Floyd was our last elite edge rusher. Well, Nolan Smith was pretty good. Second and 6, they're going to hand it off again. Not much room that time. Might have gained a yard, and Tennessee's going to use their second timeout with 1:50 to go. What is the SEC bowl record? What's the SEC bowl record? Not counting the playoff, not counting Ole Miss's win, I don't think they've won any. Have they? Which two did they win? Which teams have won? 2 and 4. Bama and Ole Miss. Yeah, and those weren't bowl games. I mean, those were postseason games, but they weren't bowl games. Table salt on French fries. Hype will just blow the donut gasket. Third and 6. Come on, Illinois. Don't screw this up. Third and 6 at the 13. Looks like Tennessee jumped off sides. Unless Illinois moved early, but it looked like Tennessee jumped. Maybe I just didn't see it. Yeah, offsides, Tennessee. Wow, that's a big penalty. It's going to make it 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. All right, come on, Illinois. I'd rather Illinois just scored a touchdown and win the game. I don't want to have to sweat a field goal here. Third and 1. Altmaier in a shotgun. Got to be a quarterback draw here. Snap. Nope, they hand it off, and it's going to be a first down at the 6-yard line. Tennessee can only stop the clock one more time. It's going to be 1st and goal, Illinois at the 6. Come on, Illinois. Don't screw this up. When your coach doesn't have the discipline to stop eating, I guess that shows on the field. Why was the clock not moving? Because Tennessee had called a timeout on the play before that. And then there was a penalty, so they don't start the clock back because it was coming off of a timeout. Beamer blows a gasket this year. If I was Tennessee, I would let them score. Another L for the SEC. Jackpot all your Vols. Haters can eat crow tonight. All right, 1:46 to go. 1st and goal for Illinois. Tennessee cannot stop the clock. So now's the time where you would want to let them score if that's what you were planning on doing. If I'm Illinois, I don't score. I run to the middle of the field, fall down, and let the time start ticking away. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Lagway his ass. I have a Florida Lagway jersey. Anyone want it? I doubt it. I doubt it. Tennessee is ass always. 1998 forever. I would have went for the touchdown. All right, going to be 2nd and goal now. 1:22 to go. Tennessee can no longer stop the clock. They're just going to take a knee here. All right, they're going to let the clock tick down here. Octavian will be back in 3 or 4 months. I don't even think it'll take that long. He'll be back in February. Are you streaming before the playoff game tomorrow? Yes. I will be on tomorrow at noon for Vandy, Iowa. Right here on YouTube. The playoff game will be on Patreon. Vandy, Iowa will be right here on YouTube. The Voltars are going to start talking about baseball now, says Nick Koenig. Oh, yeah. Well, is their basketball team any good? I don't even know. A lot of times they'll pretend to be basketball fans if the basketball team is good. Then if that doesn't work out, they'll pretend to be baseball fans. Illinois trying to run the clock out. Yes. They're going to take a timeout here with 3 seconds to go and try to kick a game-winning field goal. Glad I tailed on that live bet. Yeah, when Tennessee scored a touchdown on that kickoff return, we live bet Illinois to win at +117. So I need them to make this field goal. I need them to make this field goal here. All right, here we go. Lined up for the kick. Right down the middle. Game over. Hey, Lou, Illinois wins. Well, we made some of our money back with the Illinois win. 30-28, your final score. Ended up being a great game at the end. Got exciting. One possession game the entirety of the 4th quarter. But the Tennessee defense, which had let them down all game, let them down at the end. Illinois goes right down the field. Got the ball back with 5 minutes to go, went right down the field, used all 5 minutes, and kicks a game-winning field goal as time expires to beat Tennessee 30-28. 1998 forever. It's never going away. They're never winning another natty. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back on at noon tomorrow for Vandy and Iowa. Vandy and Iowa at noon tomorrow. Everybody enjoy your night. Happy New Year. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, then have a happy New Year. And I'll be back on at noon tomorrow for Vandy, Iowa. All right, y'all have a good morning.